Sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want you to know. Secrets start in your heart to slow. But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know. Losing almost all my energy. It's getting hard to talk to you, and I'm the only one who speaks. It's all the things you never show. There are the things I want to know. Secrets start in your heart to slow. But if you don't want to tell me now, I guess I'll never know.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to the live. That's 3 in a row. How lucky are you guys? No, just kidding.
So lucky.
Charmaine, you know I'm just doing a live so that you would donate some sort of gifts out for people, right?
I figured after the comment yesterday, I figured.
All right.
Charmaine, was she mean to you?
Well,
I was
we're not
just
on
letting-
speaking terms. Who are you again?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Aspen Connor.
Was
that's
that your real
funny.
name?
Hey, guys. Charmaine. Okay, so if you guys hear the Rickroll go off, that's because Charmaine just gifted 5 memberships to people. So let's see who got those. Farmer. Oh, one sec. Damn, I desert you and guys in a second. So Cheryl Singh, Gaming and Sleuthing, Farmer, Canadian Girl, and Purple, that word, Amarless. Amarless. So congratulations to those people. Thank you, Charmaine. You didn't feel guilt or nothing like that, did you, yesterday? Oh. Is that guilt?
Me?
Yeah. Wasn't me.
I don't feel guilty. You kidding? Have we met? No.
Well, thank you, Troll, for donating those 5 memberships then.
Charmaine's just about the sweetest person I've ever met.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Sorry, I think we're starting off like our end of our live ended. Okay. Well, actually, one
Hey,
second.
Miss Persevere. Hey, Michelle O. Hey, Miranda Lee.
One sec. Oh, the things I do. I tell you, all I wanted to do was kind of go to sleep and face plant when I got home. But instead, I ended up making a video and talking to Charmaine and Aspen and doing a live again.
To be fair, we gave her the option to go to sleep.
Absolutely good.
You did. Let's say hello to everybody. Oh, let's say hello to Rick Astley. Actually, where has he been lately?
Maybe
Yeah.
he's on tour.
Yeah, we're gonna have to take this song away from him soon.
Yeah, maybe he's on tour.
You
You
know
were
what?
to do that, I think I would stop gifting. Just heads up.
I think
I don't think of it as gift giving. It's Rickrolling.
it's Rick. Exactly, Rick rolling. Yeah. CJK, Cheryl's in the house. Cheryl, you just got gifted a membership from Charmaine. Congratulations. This troll's in the house. I think her name is Charmaine. Oh, yeah, there she is. Charmaine Miranda's in the house. It's a crime shame. Just so nice to meet you. Streamlabs, of course. And again, Charmaine donated 5 gift memberships. I feel like she felt the pressure from somebody, I don't know, that hosts the channel of It's a Crime and Shame last night after I, led the pack there and did 5. Of course, mine didn't cost a cent. YouTube donates them. Aspen? I should say ours. My bad, Aspen. Sometimes I get a little bit selfish and say I. It was So our channel.
Ella
Actually, no.
Blue says, "Good evening from Alberta, Canada." Okay, um,
Hey,
I'm
Charmaine's
I'm
leaving.
starting to worry that the Canadians are creeping up there in numbers.
Where are you in Alberta? Ella Blue.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
gosh, maybe your
Hi,
cousins.
Michelle. Yeah,
I
right.
don't have
Next
any
door
cousins
neighbor.
in Alberta, but I am in Alberta as well. So
I've lived there half my life, if that counts. Calgary, Whitecourt.
Never been there.
Um, yeah. Hi, Slay Girl. Hi, Crafty One. Michelle O. Shelby Rains. Just might get these in. Hi, Half Pint. That's like Little House on the Prairie days right
Hey
there.
guys,
And Michelle O always reminds me, of course, of a big O. Do you like your name, Michelle? That's Michelle Obama, of course. B&D, that's James is in the house. Maybe we'll let James up tonight if he wants to join us in a bit. Miranda,
is this a real Canadian town? I'm sorry.
what's it called?
Hold the chat. Medicine
Medicine
Hat.
Hat?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
Medicine Hat.
yes, it's
Yeah, near Red
east of
Deer.
Calgary. You bet.
That's a real town's name.
It
Yeah,
is.
Medicine
I
Hat.
love that.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way. Medicine Hat. Yeah. Huh. Let's see here. Hi, Teresa. How are you? I am considering the daunting task of watching all Proudfoot interviews start to finish.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? To be honest with you, no, there's not that many. There's just a couple long ones. That's all.
Mhm.
You just gotta pace yourself for the 3 hour one and the like 2 hour one. That's
oh.
all. Hi, Joan. How are you? Hello,
Definitely
all.
take notes
Yeah.
to keep track of all the information.
Yeah, exactly. It just most of it sticks up here. Sonny, you are working like an energizer bunny. That's what my husband says. All the cases reaching a crescendo at the same time. Summer, Harmony, Audrey, Madeline, Sebastian, horrific is what is happening to children. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's almost like, oh, wait, where'd that come from?
Ooh, Ella.
Ella,
Well,
we have a new member from Medicine Hat, Canada.
I think
love it.
Alberta is winning the race here.
Yeah. Spent half my life there. That counts, I'm in Vancouver, Ella. Welcome. Thank you for becoming a member. Now you can play with Sebastian's emotes and the other emotes to go with it. Let's see. Canada seems cool, but as soon as I seen the word "but," I just kind of all of a sudden stopped reading. Not sure what that was there, Shelby.
Hmm.
I am babbling. Well,
Thank you,
Shel-
Grave Evidence Podcast with Avery.
Oh, yeah, she's in the house. One second. I'll get down to those chats in a second.
Right.
I just want to say hello to our fellow. So I feel like Shelby, you're just having some support with Stefa's special sauce. It's called liquor. Yeah. Anyway, hey, Stefa. Hey, beautiful. I'm in
Oh, hi,
Florida.
Steph. Good to see you.
Let's see. Yeah, nice to see you again. Did you get over 1 million subscribers after last night? I hope so.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Do. What else? Canada is amazing. Do go on. Seriously, go on. I want to present each question and then
Sorry.
flip in each different answer. Right? You know, you take on that task. Just gonna say that. I like Michelle Obama, but the O in my name is for Irish name. The big O has many meanings. In fact, it does. Don't even get me going there right now. I'll tell you. That's for the end part of the live, okay? Hi, Lacey. Lacey is
Oh, hey, Lacey. I like your new pick.
yeah, she's one of our top sleuths. I said sloop. She's one of our top sleuths in the It's a Crime and Shame. She'll pretty much flirt with anyone. Anything that has like 4 legs and walks.
That should be one of our membership names. Sloot.
I think so. Yeah, there has to be. Yeah, It's a Crime and Shame salute. Okay.
It should really be that top tier.
Sweet dude Shibby's in the house. Hey, sweet.
Oh, look at all the people from North Carolina. Sorry, guys. I'm
Whoa.
also in North Carolina.
Go on, Adam.
So,
I guess it's your turn.
just wanted to say, now I missed them. Hi, Bougie.
Ooh, bougie.
Stop playing with
Bougie.
Hey, Bougie. I'm in North Carolina as well. I'm in Charlotte. And also feel
Feel
the
the
love
love.
is also in North Carolina.
Yeah. Did you say four? Yes, I said four legs. I did too. I want to go back to Bougie. Bougie's in North Carolina.
Yeah.
No, Northern Canada. Isn't that what she said?
No, she
No.
said North Carolina.
Charmaine, she's trying to bring in more Canadians. I see. She's even reading it all wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
We're
She
we're
just
fair we're Fahrenheit country down here.
Mm.
she sees a big C and then she's like, "That's yeah, King Mountain, North Carolina."
Hey, y'all have a new casino down there
Where in North Carolina? Where?
in Kings
Where?
Mountain.
Oh, really? So you would know that, huh? How'd you know that?
Well, I've never been, but I heard that they opened one.
Oh, I'm I'm in Can I'm in Canada. How do you say that, Charmaine? Not even
Um,
sure. Sounds like a C
Nata.
word. Canada Light, aka Michigan. Uh-oh, trouble's in the house.
Hi,
Not
Sharon.
North
Hi, Travis.
Carolina.
No, he's not allowed in the state anymore.
Yeah. I think Travis drank all the alcohol in his state, and he's just, traveling along till he gets up here to Canada by July or something like that. I lived in
Right.
Sarnia. Did you live in Sarnia? Is that like from that movie, Sarnia? Like that
Narnia.
Narnia. My husband calls me Narnia. Is that close enough? Whenever he'll just go, "Oh, Narnia." No, actually, no, he says, "Oh, Narna." Oh, Narna. You're such an idiot, Narna.
Oh, Crafty One is the only one here from Scotland. Scotland is like on. I want to go to Scotland so bad, like this year or next. So,
Alabama.
but instead, I decided to go to Indiana next month.
Alabama. Yeah, you're going to Indiana. Take me home, country road. Well, his country road's going to take him to Indiana. All right. All right. Is it time to get serious? Ooh. Do we have to?
Well,
Mm.
Cheryl's trying to keep us on. I agree, Cheryl.
Okay, Cheryl.
Thank you
Well,
for the green. Thank you for
how
the green
about,
heart.
yeah, let's do this. How about before we start anything? Oh, I'm just blurry. My whole thing's freaking out. Camera. 1 second, guys. Anyways, what I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted by my camera twitching. Um, let's drop a whole bunch of green hearts in the chat for Sebastian and prayers for Sebastian, you guys, in hopes that Sebastian, of course, is found alive, safe, and well, and in honor of Seth Rogers as well, and to
Yeah.
any other family members, I suppose, that are, wishing that he was back home and,
Yeah,
um,
Robin.
yep, absolutely. I think I'm gonna leave Katie and Chris out of this one. Oops, my bad. Oh, yeah, let's drop some green hearts for Sebastian, you guys. And if you're a member, of course, drop the Sebastian heart from the members emoticons. Okay, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. I'm still blurry. I don't know. My camera's acting up. I don't know why. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. We got a cream
Just
puff
turn your
in the
camera
house.
on there, Aspen.
I'm sorry. What do you say, Charmaine?
Said you should turn your camera on.
Oh, I guess I could do that.
Look at all the green hearts. That's very
Yeah.
sweet.
Thank you guys for all the green hearts. Miranda Lee is 50% Scottish.
What's the other 50?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Mhm.
Probably not Canadian.
She's Canadian light, she said. I am also 50% Scottish, so you know.
Steffa, I would be happy to dance with you if you're going to be in Indiana next month. But I don't dance for free on YouTube.
We'd pay you. No?
Yeah, exactly. Bring Sebastian home. So, what did you see today, Charmaine?
I watched some JLR. He had some interesting things to say about the Facebook pages and possible SUVs at the Proudfoot home that
Right.
I think Sunny's going to talk about. And then
Right.
I also watched, I watched some stuff on Smiley's World, I think it's called.
Okay.
And she had some, I'm not 100% sure where she got it from a news outlet, but something about one of the times, because everybody said Sebastian wasn't a runner, but apparently there was a time where he did run, but literally ran to the neighbors and hid under the neighbor's car. Apparently that came from law enforcement as per this news outlet. I didn't catch who it was. So yeah, I think Michelle Sunny is going to get into that. We've got a picture and
Yeah.
stuff from
Yeah.
JLR.
I mean, for anyone that saw the thumbnail tonight, that thumbnail was taken. The picture that we used in the thumbnail was taken by a neighbor of the Proudfoots.
Okay.
And oh, wait.
No. Let's talk about that picture. Let's talk about that picture. Let's show that picture, shall we? We will show that picture. You guys, this is going to be an amazing picture, okay? You're going to see SUVs everywhere.
So the rumor earlier today was that the that law enforcement or the FBI, I think specifically is what I heard, had swarmed the Proudfoots home,
Can't you tell?
even though they weren't there. And a neighbor directly across the street from the Proudfoots took a picture just to kind of say, unless they're invisible, I don't see them.
Yeah, but that same neighbor is the one that said that the SUVs were there earlier. He said that they were there, but they're gone now, and took a picture of the empty driveway.
Well, so this is what's getting me right now. So I want proof, okay? This is where I want proof. Because we heard last night from Justin on TikTok that apparently they were there a couple times yesterday. The command center was set up. Are you telling me not one person scored a picture out of all of that? Not one nosy neighbor, nobody managed to score a picture of any of these yet SUVs? So It's like, is this April Fool's or what? Because it's like, if this is a picture from today, which it very well could be, but let's just say it is, how did all these neighbors that really want the Proudfoots kind of out of there and
Well,
are sitting there?
it does look like it because it was storming there today. It does look like a picture.
Well, no,
You
it
know,
could be the picture from today, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying for all these times in the last night to today, not one person scored a picture of any of the SUVs. Come on now. Come on. We all know nosy neighbors would be sitting there snapping shots and sending them off to YouTubers because they talk to them and stuff like that. For the what? Not
yeah.
one picture. Has anyone seen a picture of any of these SUVs? Or is it just my imagination? And this is one of those ones that you sit there and have to scratch it and all of a sudden they appear or something. So that's what's getting me is like, okay, so what's going on here? Along with some of these other silly rumors that are going on out there as well, you know? And I like how it turned from a mattress when Christopher Proudfoot clearly said it was a bed that was in his garage. Not just a mattress, but it was a bed. But anyways, and then
Right.
we hear Charmaine about Sebastian was suddenly hiding underneath the neighbor's car.
Yeah, just, because there was such a big stink about him not being a runner, because some autistic kids are. They just want to run. They escape whatever they're doing and they'll run away. But apparently Sebastian was not a runner. But there was a time in recent history where he did run away from his parents and hid under the neighbor's car, and they couldn't find him for, it wasn't a very long time, but I don't even know.
Where did that story come from? No.
That came from the news source that Smiley's World was reading off of, like mainstream media from Tennessee, the one that's always covering this stuff on Sebastian.
You talking about Smiley's World? Or you talking about the news?
Yeah, the news one is like he's always covering this case. I can't remember what his name is.
Oh, well, might as well just show the other one that you guys posted to me as well.
Oh, yeah.
And she had also
Roadhouse.
said, she had also said that you can use her stuff, like if you wanted to.
Oh yeah, Smiley.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a good channel. Like, I do like her channel. She did a really good live. Actually, that's the one where Christopher Proudfoot. It's like, how many feet could he possibly have to stick in his mouth for every time he spoke? to be honest. That's really where he. Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. How many times again did you hit Sebastian, or how many times was CPS called on you? And all that stuff. He's such a liar. So Seth Rogers should have been taking his lie detector test today. So I'll be curious. Seth Rogers, if you are in the house, could you let us know how your polygraph test went? Christopher Proudfoot, if you were watching this live, I know you blocked your social media, and same with you and Katie, because you're just so dedicated to Sebastian Rogers coming home. Oh, wait, they're not even home. I know you're so dedicated, but if you are in here as well, Christopher Proudfoot, we would love to know the results of your. Oh, wait, he probably didn't take it. What do you think the chances are? What do you think the
JLR
chances
had a good point too, because they haven't left their camper supposedly in over a week. But even if the story is true that she felt threatened or she didn't want to be alone at the house, whatever, and her son could be anywhere, like she claimed, there's no reason why you couldn't make your way to a Staples or whatever you have in the States to make copies or print flyers or something and still go out and look for your son elsewhere. We all know where they are. They're not in hiding. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but Charmaine, my ears might be deceiving me, but could you repeat that first thing you just said again?
I couldn't if I tried. What?
It has something to do with JLR making a good
He was
point.
right. He made a good point. He made a good point. I still am not a subscriber. So
Huh.
Charmaine, that's $5
Wow.
every time you say JLR.
Wow.
Okay, that's $5.
Not so you're not in the army, but you are paying attention.
I'm a mole.
Okay, you're more. I meant MRI Monday. MRI.
I was specifically asked to go and watch that channel, so I did.
Yes, I specifically said, go watch JLR, go watch T-Rev, see if there's anything going on.
I
know
don't
that
think
good
she
girl and I
asked
do
you. I
as I'm
think she
told.
suggested it.
No, she asked me to, and I'm a good girl and I do as I'm told. So
Yes, exactly. See, that's a Canadian thing to do. Just so freaking nice, aren't we?
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so no offense to Come Crime With Me. My mind could go south on that one, but okay. Sebastian Rogers seems item were found behind the Texas Roadhouse, and it's just a criminal investigation. Is there something going on? Anyone heard? Who started that rumor?
Yeah. That's the only person I saw say it. So when I sent it to you, I was like, hey, what's this? Because she's the only one I'm seeing say it.
I swear to God, people just make up shit to make up shit. Where do they get this shit from?
Or she legitimately, maybe one of her subscribers or maybe someone messaged her and said they heard it. And so she was just like, hey, has anyone else heard this? Maybe it's completely innocent. But I'm like,
yeah, Adam, listen to Cheryl.
Hey, I'm not saying anything about JLR.
I've got nothing against JLR. I just choose not to subscribe for my own personal reasons, and it's my right.
I'm subscribed, or am I? I have to go take a look, to be honest with you. Okay, well, it's been a criminal investigation. Well, no, it actually hasn't. At first, they said it was a criminal investigation.
Wait. Steffa has the answer.
Steffa. Did he say that? Okay, Come Crime With Me. Did he say that? Steffa, can you do me a favor, lovely? Can you find me that bit on Pascal and send it to me? Because I would love to play that. I would love to hear it.
Terry Edwards says the FBI broke open the Proudfoot's door.
So, and to me, how would that work? Because if they had permission, they wouldn't need to break it in. But for them to break it in, they would need a search warrant. At this point, it's not a extenuating circumstance, life over liberty or whatever they call it there. But they would need a warrant, and for a warrant, they would need probable cause. So, I don't believe that.
Oh, hey, Crafty's one. You sound just like my parents when talking about my channel.
Because you know how JLR always has his, I'm going to spill the tea, and then he pulls out his iced tea this morning. I'm going to spill the tea. That was a good one, Crafty. That was a good one. Okay.
Miss Persevere says the camper door or the or the house door.
On there. So
There's
okay,
a
so
picture of them doing it, Sunny.
there's what?
There's a picture of them breaking down the door, apparently.
Of who breaking down the door?
The law enforcement.
When? I want to see these pictures. Are they imaginary? Give them. Come on. Who has them? Who has them? Come
There's
on.
a picture of them doing a picture of who doing what. There was somebody else that said something.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Dolly shows pic on his channel. Because we looked. We did.
Did your team listen to the police dispatch? Which one? The one where they're talking about his 10-foot shoe? That one, Akira? Akira. Previously, not the day he went missing. Okay. Previously, not the day he went missing. The neighbor said they found Sebastian under his vehicle hiding. Also, ditch pad. You know, how many 911 calls are there? Just asking, honestly.
Yeah, if anybody knows.
Well, he didn't call 911. He called the main.
Well,
sheriff's
that's
office.
Christopher Proudfoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, and then there's the other one where it's the dispatch audio where they're talking, like when they're talking, and then it's like, do you see any footprints? And then he's like, say something like it's really dry or whatever, and then he's like, oh, I see some footprints over here. That one.
Mm.
It's just that unless I've been living underneath a rock, which I don't think I have.
No,
Think
we've been looking for these pictures and stuff, unless it's.
Yeah, I've seen no pictures of law enforcement kicking open a door.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
haven't
looking at the latest photos on Twitter, and literally I'm back 3 hours and there's not one.
Yes, that'd be well. You know what? In a bit, I'll play it. Okay, Kara. Well,
Yeah.
and then that wasn't right. I was gonna say that wasn't a 911 call. I don't think either, because I've listened to that 911 call, and at no point. But you know what? We can play it later just for the
No, it
sake
was
of it.
the police scanner radio.
Oh, the police scanner.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, too many rumors. But anyways, you know, and hey, if some of it comes to fruition, Sebastian has to be somewhere. People, like
Yeah.
Sebastian has to be somewhere. So, anyways, I'm going to play about a 5-minute clip that I personally built myself. That's why I said we're going to be running a little bit late, because I was trying to make sure it didn't. Hold on, let me just make sure it didn't still get a copyright claim. Those things. YouTube doesn't always love things, but you try to.
Cheryl, if you have the picture, will you please email it to acrimingshame@gmail.com?
Yes, please. Yes, please, Cheryl. And yeah, if anyone has anything, honestly, to do with pictures or even that scanner video that you're talking about, yeah. Just send it to the email if you don't mind. All right?
Because Cheryl sounds like she knows what she's talking about. But so if you have a picture, please send it to us, because I can't find anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Sunny always hustling. Well, somebody's got to do it.
The
Might as well
hustler.
be the channel host, eh? So that would take.
He
Yes, he is
was.
probably. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Maybe he hasn't said, but I'm sure that he'd probably be telling Pascal or T-Rev. Well, I mean, if if he really wants to, he can tell us first. But he's probably already told somebody. I'm
Right.
sure. But I mean, trust me, I'm sure T-Rev and whoever has probably messaged him and asked him, or who knows? We'll see.
Right. And before you
mean-
play that video, Sunny, I just want to say, Lacey, right? Let me turn my camera on. Lacey,
Oh, thank you.
come on in.
Let me
Come
turn
on
my
in.
camera. Come on in.
Come on in, Lacey. Have a seat. Lacey, come on in. Come on in. Sebastian Rogers. Big news, guys. Big news. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Get your tea. Get your coffee. Let's get comfy. Sebastian Rogers, 15 years old. We've got to talk about this, guys. Katie Proudfoot. Christopher Proudfoot. Not the best parents. Come on in, guys. Come on in.
It's all in fun, too.
Right.
JLR can take a joke.
There's my impersonation.
You actually do a pretty good job of that, to be honest with you. Yes.
Oh, Hendersonville, Tennessee. Guys, come on in. JLR investigates. We've got a lot of people here.
You actually like, I think actually, just in all fairness, I think yesterday's impersonation was better. I still think this one was okay, but I think yesterday's was like nailed.
I feel like he could start a thing on his
I
own
feel like you
channel.
could too. Go on your own channel. Yeah. Yeah. You can be the impersonator.
Hey, he's not the only one I can do. What's up, YouTube,
Oh
Facebook,
my gosh, please don't.
Instagram,
Oh,
TikTok,
TikTok.
OnlyFans?
Okay, hold on. See, I can't, yeah, I was gonna say I can't very well play my video now because it totally is not, in a sense, appropriate for what we're doing right now. In a sense,
Okay, I'm sorry. Everyone, get back. Let's be serious again.
yes, yeah. Let's get back to Sebastian over here, guys. Okay, so you guys, so in saying this, back to being serious. Shut up, Adam. Back to being serious, you guys. Again, Sebastian's case, for anyone following it, you guys all know it's the biggest like freaking mind meld out there. Honestly, it's just a case that you can't make no Seth of it. Oh, okay, Steffa did send me that. Okay, let's just see. You know what? Maybe before I play my video, let's just look at the one that Steffa just sent. 1 second, because I asked her if she could find that spot in Pascal's. Oh, oh, that's somebody else's one. Items. Oh, that's not. That's 1111 True Crime. Can't really play that one, Steph. I don't know who that is. I can play Pascal stuff, not get a copyright strike, but I don't know about this person. To be honest with you, let me see here. Um, do. Let me look at that again.
And Boston, I would never. I don't want to get those messages.
I was gonna say there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to. I can't really play that just because, I can't sit there and I can play content creators that don't mind.
Oh, she's got the Pascal clip in her live.
Yeah, but it's still the person's live,
So can't we
right?
go to Pascal and
Right.
find it?
If we find it in Pascal's live, Stefan, maybe. Yeah, I
Was
need
this
Pascal's live. So it might
Yeah,
be Pascal's.
it's not worth. It's not worth risking it.
Yeah. So bottom line is, so this person's obviously using Pascal's clip, so maybe the person wouldn't have an issue. But the thing is that it's still technically it's his live,
Right.
or it's his video.
And we never want to be disrespectful to another creator. We don't know that person. We don't want to take their content if they're not open to it. So it's just better off not to risk it.
I
in my opinion.
personally, Sebastian's, yeah, absolutely perfect. We're not put in the media because it was his experience to tell, if ever, and in my opinion, it could make. I was going to say, you know what, Michelle, everyone has their opinions on that. I personally don't hold that same opinion quite as much as you, or others in a sense, but I respect that people, I mean, everyone to their own on how they would do things in a sense, but I don't blame. Honestly, I don't blame Seth Rogers for bringing that up, and it's one of those things. Seth, you can tell, is like an open book when he needs to be, and in this case, he's basically just being, what, he's like Christopher Proudfoot. You want to sit there and talk basically shit about my son and stuff like that, and say that nobody would help search with Sebastian. So it's one of those things. Let me put it this way: I'm just gonna. Everyone has their opinions, and whichever way you think about that is totally up to you. I don't personally feel that way, but hey, right? Each to their own on that one. But I did it. The only thing that really crossed my mind is if Sebastian comes back and then, basically, right, I guess, right, like, obviously his friends and all that stuff will know about certain things. But in saying that, though, sometimes, I always believe that things happen for the reasons that they're meant to. So perhaps it will bring more awareness, in a sense. So like, let's say Sebastian comes home and stuff, and people are more understanding, more nicer and stuff like that. Because there can be some really nasty people there. Anyways, I always believe that things happen for the reasons that they're meant to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Did Cheryl send it?
No, Cheryl, I put the email there. So it's acrimingashame@gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay. I would prefer us to stay about Sebastian than Chris
Yeah.
Brownfoot. I just
Well,
honestly, yeah, go
I mean, it's been 45 days. I mean, I've heard Seth
Yeah.
talk mainly about Sebastian, alone, but I get that, his frustrations have come out at certain points, and he's expressed
Absolutely.
that frustration, and he's talked about the Proudfoots and TBI. But I think that's only to be expected with a father that's going through hell. But I understand what you're saying, Ella.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't want to upset any Canadian viewers. I know what you people are like when you're angry. I'm kidding.
I mean, Nina came out and splurred her whole deal, about everything on there. You know what? Let me put it this way. From, I'll say, a selfish standpoint, I appreciate any information that Christopher, Katie, Seth, Ellie, anyone that has any pertinent or, viable information. I'm appreciating it all because I personally feel that you do get a different perspective on maybe what the possible reason for Sebastian maybe leaving, right? Could have been if he did. So for me, it's kind of like opening up this window, like, or a little bit more and more and more, and then you're
Well,
like, there's the bigger picture, and then
it's
you
like the
can,
picture I saw earlier today of Sebastian on the like construction equipment. Like Sebastian, that gives me a clue as far as his functionality because he's
yeah,
operating heavy
yeah.
machinery.
And is that Christopher Proudfoot in that picture?
I couldn't tell. It looked like the front yard of the house.
Yeah,
I
well,
heard
but
people,
if you
I
look
heard
across
people
the street,
speculating on it on social media. To me, it looks like the front yard of the house. I didn't look at it super close, but
well, here, let me let you look at it super close. Because I
thought you'd
think
never
that,
ask.
yeah, that's what I thought you said. Because I'm pretty sure, share. Oh, I kind of cut him out, Christopher Proudfoot, when I cropped it. My bad. I was off Nancy Grace. I can easily get another one, but that's not his home. Like, whose house?
That's not his home.
Well, like, I mean, look across the street. If you look across the street where his home is, you got a perched one on the mount, like, up the hill. So who's? Well, let me take a look. Okay.
Wait,
There's, what?
you don't think that's the front yard of the Proudfoot home
No,
that he's in right now?
no. Because look at
It,
the homes behind it.
what about them? It
Oh,
looks just like their neighborhood.
okay. Oh, all right. I'm gonna give you a better visual. Okay, and then we'll see. So let's take that down.
Show me the errors of my ways.
I will in a second. Okay. So for me, okay, that's the home.
Uh-huh.
These are all up on a hill. These are not those homes.
Okay.
They're right. Yeah. So that's why. So when I first looked at it, Adam, I thought the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't cross check it with the actual Google images. It
Well,
looked like the style of the homes in the neighborhood.
that's why you got me for.
Well, I also was scrolling through. And I
Google
was
me and
like, well, yep, sure.
Google Earth. Anyways, but yeah. So if you look at it, like I said, it doesn't match any of that
Yeah.
across behind. So not
Maybe
sure.
it's Seth's.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Probably not.
But I don't think so. But anyways, and okay, I'm gonna play that.
It didn't look like Seth's house from when he was on our live the other day.
No, it didn't exactly. And okay, so I'm just gonna quickly play this video here, you guys. So it will be about 5 minutes long, okay? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh wait, guys, hold on. Okay, if you guys need tissues, all right, just saying. Okay, hold on. I'll just give it the full impact and take this off too on there. Okay, so it's about 5 minutes long, guys.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
The day really hasn't ended. The day started. It really has started Sunday when I went to work. And when I got off of work, it just hasn't ended. There is no the next day. I catch a nap. And I just keep going. He's somewhere. I gotta find him.
I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile.
They have no evidence. They haven't. Sumner County is the one that's like doing it. TBI is assisting. I've asked TBI to take it over. They haven't yet. There's just things that I don't think have been done.
You're all I ever wanted, and my arms are open wide.
No, this man's son is missing.
42 days.
Yeah, I really can't stand, like they said, the keyboard warriors. Come say that to his face.
'Cause you know just what to say, and you know just what to do.
So there's the money that was in the ATM machine that they said they found about a week later in his closet. That was still there untouched, Christopher Proudfoot said. We've heard that, no phone, supposedly no shoes, perhaps socks, still weird. What kid is going to run away and not take his backpack, some munchies, like have a little bit of a plan going on here? What, and you said that this is not my son. Like, this is something he would not do. So you don't see it, Seth, as him like, just, you know what, I'm going to put on my little runaway tote and just head on out of here with no shoes, but take a
Doesn't
little
make sense because
No.
it's not something I think my son would do.
Right. It doesn't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, it's because there's something wrong with that
Right.
scenario.
And I want to tell you so much. I love you.
Leads towards foul play. But there's things that just don't add up. His mother was the last one to see him. She's responsible for this.
Going back to day one, so Sebastian goes to sleep the evening of February 25th. It's on the morning of the 26th that your ex-wife finds that he's not in his bedroom. She is the only one said to be home, and Sebastian could have vanished sometime in the hours from when she last saw him go to sleep and from the time she opened the door. There's a window there overnight. Your best guess, Seth, based on how well you know your son, what do you think happened to Sebastian?
He's not the type to put on, he's not the type to leave the house without putting on socks and shoes. As for running away or leaving, he didn't take his backpack. He didn't take his switch. He didn't take his phone. I mean,
Hello, I just got to let you know.
You have an army of people, both in person and online, that are praying that Sebastian is found alive or praying for a resolution. You have a lot of people out there, and I personally see it, supporting you and trying to get answers.
I appreciate everybody. I really do. Keep your heads up, your eyes open. Please pass out flyers. Everybody, one person, 5 people, 5 people, each do 5 people. I mean, and we can get this from coast to coast.
Ever wonder where you are, and I wonder what you do. Are you somewhere feeling lonely, or is someone loving you?
I think that's really important. Now, where he is, I know that you're still trying to find him, and we're praying for you. We really are praying for you. We really want him to come back home.
But let me start by saying I love you. Hello. Let me start by saying I love you.
We'll leave it there for a sec there. Okay, so it was just something I quickly put together there, like in a sense. Well, it took me a couple hours to be honest with you, but I wanted it to epitomize Seth's actions, love for his son, and what basically Katie and Christopher seem to be doing, which is a whole, like they closed down their Facebooks, or not closed them down. Sorry, they made them both private. So just think of this, guys. Okay, seriously. As a parent, who here is not outraged by the actions of Christopher and Katie, especially Katie being the mother? Okay, Christopher, slime bucket, slime ball, whatever. Okay, you know, the stepdad that acts like it would just be so amazing if he came through that door. So amazing, amazing. Okay, thank you, Jenny. But who here is not outraged as a parent that, not only has it been like pulling teeth from Katie, especially, okay? Christopher, the guy's such a narcissist. That guy can't help but open up his mouth, okay? Probably bigger than his asshole, to be honest with you. No, actually, he's not. But watch your mouth. Aspen, grow up. Stop. No, but anyways, no, I'm not kidding. But anyways.
I still want to sit down. I would still love to sit down and talk to Katie.
Yes, Katie, of course. I'll take it all back if you come sit down and talk on the live. We said nothing. We said nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. But anyways, as a parent, like I said, I'm just pissed beyond belief. I can't believe that not only did they just finish closing down their Facebooks, the ones that all have, missing Sebastian, you're missing, right? Well, what about the decal, the flyer that she took off the side of her car there that I showed you guys the video? Not this one that was in here. That was one without the decal. But then I put it side by side with the decal, without the decal. So meaning everything to support in finding of Sebastian. Like I said, it's like they're bunkered down, or like JLR said, it's like they're bunkered down, probably got their snacks for freaking a week. And no one seems, so there must be people watching them because, which is typical, okay, true crime, right? That don't see them leave the camper. Like, so obviously Christopher Prophet, you must be working real hard up there, real hard. I bet you any money I wouldn't doubt it if he lost his job, to be honest. With all the stuff that comes out, who wants, honestly, who wants, because Christopher aired his own shit to the world. Okay, a company doesn't want that type of bad press around them. Okay, associated with freaking Jude's hospital. But anyways,
Not just that, when you're in, we call it a safety sensitive position, when your mind is not where it's supposed to be, they will let you go. They're not going to fire you, but they will lay you off so you can get insurance and stuff. But
right,
you can't be working with your son missing because your mind, rightfully so, wouldn't be where it needs to be safe when you're at work, because it's everybody else around you, right? So, I mean, right or wrong, he probably did lose his job or lose his position.
Just one second. Jamel. Hi, Jamel. How are you? I'm honestly not, because there wasn't enough hours for me to watch to analyze them. And as long as they work with law enforcement, I have no right to demand anything. But I know this isn't the majority. Well, absolutely. Honestly, like at the end of the day, any stuff that, say, the internet gets or whatever, right? I mean, at the end of the day, truthfully, in a sense, the police would deem it LE, like it's really none of your business, but it's not just really how it works. Now, I'm still not going to lay claim that Katie or Christopher had anything to do with the involvement of Sebastian's missing. That's up to the LE to figure out, right? Do they look? Their perception, what pisses me off the most, regardless of anything, in a sense, is this is Katie's son. They've done the most ridiculous interviews, in a sense. They've said nothing, they've said more. There's a thud. There's all these added things. They're holding hands because they're too emotional to go on camera. My pet peeve is, as a mother, get the F out of that trailer, get your ass back home, and help look for your son. They should be putting all the egos to the side. When I say all the egos, this really started that Christopher and Seth were talking. Katie, he didn't really talk to Seth, okay? But really, this started with the GoFundMe thing, that Christopher Proudfoot was pissed off of the GoFundMe. And he made that abundantly clear on Smiley's World. And that's when, not too long after that, Seth does an interview and says that they're not talking to him, right? Because Seth's sister started this GoFundMe, and he wanted to be all pissy about that because of this so-called pact that they had or something. Anyways.
Right. Well, ask yourself this. Has Katie Proudfoot done more to publicly find her son, or has she done more to publicly shield herself from the public?
Exactly. And whose doing is that? Exactly. They've done more to shield themselves now because that the public. But what do you?
I feel like she's done more to protect herself and Christopher than she has publicly to find her son.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're involved with his disappearance. I'm just saying what I see in the 45 days since Sebastian went missing is a woman who was the only person allegedly in physical contact with Sebastian. He went missing. No one's seen him since. She's the one with all of the answers.
Yeah.
And I've not seen her do anything to help find her son. I've only seen things that she's done to help protect Christopher and herself.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. What do you think, Charmaine? You're not just there for your looks.
No, I was muted. I'm sorry, and then I couldn't find my mouse. I couldn't find my pointer. I totally agree. I feel like one of the first, I think the first interview that they did, both her and Chris sat there and said, when he walks through that door, there's nobody there now. So,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, as a mom, you don't do the stuff that she's doing, and whether she's done anything to Sebastian or not, this is not normal behavior, and everybody grieves differently and blah blah blah, all of that, but you still want to find your kid, you still want to find your child. So I don't know why she's doing it. I don't agree with how she's doing it. Even if I was afraid, you would not rip me away from the home where I was hoping my boy would turn up to.
Right. And I agree. I'm not sure if I were a parent, if I would be able to physically go out and search. I don't know. I would never pretend to know what someone in their position is going through. But if you look at Patsy Ramsey was a mess after JonBenét was
Yeah.
killed. But she never stopped advocating and searching for the killer of her daughter. Even though she was public enemy number one for a very long time. I've never seen that behavior from Katie Proudfoot for even a single day.
The more this goes on, I mean, the more she's not as crazy as Letitia Stock, but it's giving me Letitia vibes. You know, I want to know. I want to know how long she was gone Monday morning, and what exactly went on in the garage before she drove away. Because Letitia, sorry, but Letitia.
Yeah, I know. You know what? The thing, like I said, you know, it's like most people just didn't fall off of a turnip truck. Okay, there are some that absolutely did, but there's nothing here when you look at it. Okay, and the thing is that looks can be deceiving. I get it. I get it. I get it. But they obviously, like how we were talking about earlier, Charmaine, they obviously went back earlier in the day, you know, and it makes me wonder, like, why? So they obviously were trying to look for something. Perhaps the Ali couldn't even make out that that was Sebastian taking out the garbage. If Seth couldn't, probably not. So they go back into the day. Did they, like, so then it makes me wonder, did they virtually see Sebastian actually in the vehicle, right? Now, there's the ants. Like, again, Katie's timeline, she keeps switching it up. One minute she says this, then it's like at no point on Nancy Grace, you guys, did she say that after, you know, that freaking, what was it called? This big thing of popcorn, this monstrous, what was the word? What was the actual word she used? I want to make sure I get it right. You guys don't know? Like, normally I know it, but my brain's tired.
Wait, what did you say?
The popcorn. What did, how did, I just want to make sure that I say it like Katie Proudfoot.
Say gargantuan or something.
No, it wasn't gargantuan. You guys will know in chat in a second. Anyways, this massive thing of popcorn. And then, colossal. That's the
Colossal, that's
word. Bam, that's it. So anyways, after this colossal thing of popcorn, right? So again, you know what? Let's take you guys back for anyone that doesn't exactly know this. So, and this is just the words of Katie Proudfoot, say Christopher Proudfoot, Seth Rogers, and anything that we've learned factually, in a sense. When I say factually, well, we can only rely really on some information from Katie Proudfoot, Christopher Proudfoot, Seth Rogers, and Ellie, right? And you know, like all these reporters have their little things going on, but whatever. So according to Katie, that morning, the morning before, sorry, right? She gets up, and Sebastian was laughing and joking around. That the she said, Katie, that Sebastian was talking to his family, bragging. She didn't say what. She just said, and bragging. Still curious what that, and bragging about what. But anyways, then Katie says, and this is on Chronicles of Olivia, and then Katie says that she got a phone call to go pick up, and that's when she turns over to Christopher Proudfoot and says to pick up the niece, right? The cousin. I think it was the cousin. And so hence, next thing you know, Katie Proudfoot is saying that they went into BJ's and got this colossal popcorn. Now, after that, Katie says that they got Sebastian some snacks from BJ's because Sebastian loves the snackies, and that they drove back home and put the snacks away, whatever. Then she says, like, at no point did she say she dropped off the cousin next, but then she says that then we went bowling, and then we went to dinner. Okay. And then we find out that it's the Texas Roadhouse, and we find out whatever the bowling alley was called. Okay. Now, she didn't organize it that way, in a sense. She said it on Nancy Grace. She left out that whole point about her coming home after BJ's. Katie, from the get-go, has been the one that's just glided over information. That was honestly going through the interviews and going, thank you for that tidbit, Katie. Oh, there's the flashlight in the first one, Katie. Thank you so much. Oh, there's about the locked door that Sebastian obviously went out. Thank you, Katie. Oh, hey, if you could just say it in one interview, that would be great. Maybe two, perhaps. And then all of a sudden, a thud comes in there. Okay, so basically, bottom line is, it was like so about 6:30. This
Where'd the thud come from? Because that
right,
wasn't in the first 5 interviews.
well, right, and then again, if the thud came around 10 o'clock, she would have been on the phone with Christopher Proudfoot. Why did Christopher Proudfoot make that comment that said, well, if he would have went out the window, we would have heard him? Why did he say that? So I asked Seth Rogers, Seth, do you know for sure if, Chris was in Memphis? Like, do you know that factually? And he's like, no, I don't. And then I said, well, really? Katie is the one telling us. Chris and Katie are the one telling us that the police determined, in a sense, through process of elimination, that the side door, would have had the lights and a camera would have seen Sebastian, and that the back door, Chris says, that it makes a noise. So someone would have, the camera there would have seen Sebastian. It was asked about the windows, there, because there's a window, because Sebastian's bedroom, you guys, is at the front of the house. Face bedrooms at the back of the house behind Sebastian's, and Chris and Katie's, right? The one when she woke him up and thought he was making breakfast, but yet she would have to clear cut right across that kitchen to know, like, meaning you would literally know if your kid was in the kitchen making breakfast. So she would have to literally bypass that, because hers and Chris's is on the back side of the house, where that sun porch is thing in the back. Okay, that's the secondary door that comes out to the backyard on there. But it's just all these things. So if at 9 o'clock, oh, mama, I love you, mama, I love you, puppies, type of thing, and now hold on a second. There's something I'm missing there, because Katie in Nancy Grace's video said that she was on the couch closest to Sebastian's room, doing her chapter for school, right? And it's just always Nancy. She's like doing a chapter, and then Nancy's like, "And what for?" Well, for school. Okay, so you're going to school, type of thing. But anyways, so then that comes into play. At no point, I don't think in one interview does Katie ever bring up that phone call between her and Chris. I don't think
the 3-hour phone call.
2 hour and 15 minutes.
Whatever.
Yeah, I know. Let's just call it 3 hours for the sake of argument, eh? But anyways, no. But I have to say that because we know that Christopher Proudfoot said it was either 9:43 or 9:46 that he called Katie, right? 10 o'clock is the thud. So you'd think that Christopher Proudfoot, being the big ass mouth that he has, would be going, like, I could verify that. I mean, I heard Katie say, talk to Sebastian because she heard a noise. But nah, he opens his mouth like a little piranha when he wants to, and then shuts it with his tail between his leg when he's on someone like Nancy Grace, who's, oh yeah, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were talking to Katie about the abuse. What, me? Even with the polygraph test, you literally watched him squirm for that second. He was like, oh, okay. I took it, or I didn't take one, right? After he said he took one, or after he portrayed, and then he tried to play games with people on another live saying, but I didn't say who, what, when, where, and why, and it's just like, so when you put all that shit, why? If you got nothing to hide, why the fuck are you lying? Watch your mouth, Sonny. Why the fudge are you lying? But no, I'm going to say fuck.
So
it's our new word. It's a word. It's in our dictionaries now. Okay.
So Jamel's got some interesting comments, but
go ahead.
He said, I listen to key wording, so I replay the press conferences and note what they say. Also, do we know if Nancy edits? Do we know if they are keeping info from the public that they don't tell the public stuff?
Could be.
They are, but do you think that Nancy Grace edits?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let me put it this way. I don't think that
she edits her episodes, or someone does.
Yeah, someone does. Yeah. But do I think that Nancy Grace is the type of person to like, no, she wants that. She's just kind of like an open book. Like, I'm sure that they edit
especially if it was something that was outrageous, she would include it she would highlight it in the episode.
Mhm. And I mean, I know sometimes she doesn't get the
Sorry,
most
Sonny.
up-to-date facts exactly right, but I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, and don't kill me, chatters, but I don't think she would spin something for sensationalism. Do you think?
Oops,
I
sorry,
think she would
guys.
highlight something for. I'm sorry, Sonny.
No, I'm totally eating oranges, like and then like peaches and nectarines, and I totally
Well,
didn't
I
mute
think she would highlight something if it was said that was sensational. I don't think she would make up or spin it.
No, she's not.
But I think she would absolutely highlight it.
Like
if
focus on something that was
if she thought something was going to bring views to her channel.
right.
Yeah, I mean, but I do want to say, okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Go ahead.
Whenever I think it was, so Paula says, but don't we think Ellie have confirmed Chris's presence at the campsite and even his path of travel? And I agree 100%. Katie and Chris and Katie's digital footprint is 100% going to be easily confirmed or destroyed by law enforcement, because them saying that they were on the phone with Chris saying he was in Memphis, Katie saying she was in Hendersonville, those are going to be easily checked out. I don't personally think that Chris was there that night. I don't think he was there the night before. I don't think he was there that morning. I think law enforcement would have known that immediately. And I actually think we probably would have seen law enforcement interact. Like, I think we would have seen them stepping in even to get like some sort of arrest warrant if they realized that timeline did not track. That's why I've always focused on Katie if something happened. So I agree with you. I think if Chris had any involvement in anything, I think it would have been after the fact. But again, I'm not accusing Katie. I'm just speculating on if there is a parental involvement. That's my theory.
And I'm not blaming Katie or Christopher for anything other than not searching for their son.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, that's what we know for a fact. That's what I'm blaming them for, and it's, to me, in my opinion, is wrong. The way they're handling things is wrong.
Yeah. Aspen Connor, why the heck are you hiding your face all night?
What?
People, like, why are you hiding?
Well, hold on.
People want to see you. What are you hiding from? Is it Charmaine? Did she scare you?
If she does a little bit.
I can hide. I don't mind. I can turn my camera off.
For
How many
some
people
reason-
are on Twitter?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I honestly, I was eating I was eating nuts, and I didn't want like the almond. Like,
You didn't want these nuts all over your
You
teeth?
didn't want these nuts, Grandma?
I didn't want these nuts all over my teeth.
I don't normally eat, but I love fruit.
I was
especially
starving
salmon.
tonight. Sorry, I was still am, but
I know. My husband's like, I'm gonna put in some salmon, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just like, if you could just whip me up some of the fruit from the can, that would be great. So I was like, okay, that's my dinner. But it keeps staring at me, smelling it like the peaches that it is and the mandarin oranges. Anyways, that's so Jamal. Hey Jamal, welcome. Where would they search though? It is true, no one can see near the house. Like, is that a lie? Because it's all over the news that you can't search a 5 mile per minute. Well, that's not true. Well, how is that true though? Because Seth and all those other people are all searching around there.
So let me ask both of you a question. Do you think the dogs got a scent outside of the house?
Oh, outside of the house?
Yeah.
Well,
do you think? Because I mean, we heard Christopher allude to it. Do you think that the dogs picked up a trace of Sebastian, and it led to like a block or two away, and then it was lost? Or do you think that's nothing? Because law enforcement has never officially said that.
I believe it simply because Seth said it.
That would be my
I
belief.
don't see him having anything to lie about, and I feel like if he's a deputy sheriff or whatever he
Right.
is,
Well,
he
do
would
you
know.
do you think that he got the information from law enforcement, or
I think that he knows better than to put that information out
But-
if he wasn't
but
sure it
hold
was
on.
true.
Charmaine, are you forgetting when he retracted that because he found out
I
it
didn't
was
hear he retracted it. 'Cause I did not hear
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so so catch you up to speed. So Seth did say it, because that's what he was told.
and so did
So
Christopher?
right, and so that was Christopher was told. And so and as we heard that, so Christopher was on that knackered dive, talking about it really. But Seth said that apparently that wasn't true. It was
On
misinformation.
that interview that we were talking about last night, the one where the person
Yeah.
was recording it, that makes
That's-
sense then, because I couldn't hear anything they were saying. I was
Well,
trying to listen to it at work.
And,
That was
and do you think that he was actually told it wasn't true, or do you think he was told they didn't want that public, and so he walked it back?
That's possible.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
But
What do you guys?
that was my question. I don't have an opinion. I'm curious what you both think. So
The reason I would like it to be true, because then that would mean that he left. Okay, so that's why I would like it.
Still doesn't mean he left on his own.
Well,
But
I know, but again, like we can just keep doing circles. This is the wacky part of it, is that we can keep doing circles on it, and it all just goes back to the home.
right.
That's like meaning
It's real easy to disappear if you are in a vehicle and you leave outside of the inside of a garage.
Does anyone, Jamel's saying, because I don't want to sit there and claim I'm accurate if I'm not. Has anyone heard that only searchers and that can search within 5 miles radius? That searchers, volunteers, and parents? Was that, are you talking about what came out today recently?
Did you pull that on the put it on the screen so I can read it? Please.
Jamel, are you talking about what came out today? Like when basically Seth and that said that they don't want no more searchers and stuff like that?
Oh, Michelle, we are on the same page, I think.
No, I heard of this for the last month. That's why. Well, I can't see that though, because there was people in the retention pond yesterday. So like, I mean, I guess I don't want to mean because volunteers, because there's like Seth's, the people that Seth's asking to help. So anyone that's volunteering that say Seth is asking to help, but yet Seth is doing his thing and TBI is just asking, hey, let us know where you're searching, type of thing. Yeah.
I'm just glad I haven't had to hear the words Cajun Navy in the last week.
Oh, right. Let's watch a little bit. I want to watch a little bit of the court TV from yesterday.
Right. Really quickly, Lacey says, and this was one of the things that I thought was interesting too, was Lacey says, why wouldn't they tell us if they got us sent or not? And that's a good question, because if law enforcement were to have told them not to make that public, I'm not quite sure what the motivation would be. But considering we heard Chris say it and we heard Seth say it, and then we heard Seth walk it back, to me it makes me think, is there validity to it? But again, I don't know why law enforcement wouldn't want that public. So I'm not sure.
Okay. 1 second. 2 seconds. I'm just gonna see where this video is coming from that somebody sent me. Let me just see if I can play it or not.
Charmaine, you better not be offending Michelle. She's my boo.
Oh, I know she is. You guys are falling off the exact same rocker. That's what Ann and I were talking about.
Well, no, I love Anne.
Yeah, let's see.
And you're okay.
They were harassed, Michelle, from what I understand, but maybe I'm probably wrong, but were they not still searching? They just weren't making their search areas public anymore? Or did they stop
Correct.
searching?
It depends who you
Who?
listen to.
You talking
I'm
about
not
today?
around.
Thank you,
No,
Akira.
just in general, because
Well, today they said
some people have claimed they never really searched at all, and if they did, they never allowed anyone to film them. So
I don't know. That whole
yeah,
little drama.
I didn't get into all that drama.
Yeah.
Although I do know that the Cajun Navy, whatever the original Cajun Navy was, has done great things, and so
Yeah, I'm just gonna
you know, if it's the United Cajun Navy, or if it's the Cajun Navy 316, whatever, I'm not sure who the original one is, but whoever the original one is, I've heard have done incredible things, and then other people have grifted off their name.
Okay. This Akira sent this video. Is it a YouTube one? No, it couldn't be. Well, I don't know. It's TikTok. I love like TikTok.
It looks YouTube.
No. But anyways, let's see. Can I hit play from here? Or do I have to go to my thing and play it? Oh, 1 second here. Can I make this bigger?
Hey, Lisa. Thank you. Lisa said, I think it's Cajun Navy Relief.
Hold on a second, actually. Why can't I play it? 1 second. Stop the screen. Can't I not play it from here? 1 sec. Hold on, let me just download the sucker. Okay. Oh, wait, is that a screen? Wait. It wasn't a screenshot, was that? Wait, was that a screenshot? That's just a JPEG. So, true crime time. Okay. Okay, hold on. True crime time. Too many tabs open. Okay, hold on a second. I thought you sent me a link. Hold on a second. I think this is the link here. Okay, there it is. Okay, so let's. My bad. I was clicking on the picture there, Akira. Okay, let's listen to this. I think it was at the true crime time. Let's just do it, right? And if you guys want to go subscribe to True Crime Time, only has 115 subscribers there. But anyways, so let's play this out. Make it bigger. Let's see what this says. 184. Okay, hold on. Get some good volume. Hold on.
30.
Missing juvenile, 1008 Stafford Court, 1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised this morning they woke up and their 15-year-old male is not in the bed. We had a white male, 3 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight. All the doors are locked at this time.
2-4 Monroe.
Separation.
Hello, Central.
12, go ahead. Separation unit.
8-9 clear verbal warning.
Copy that, I have clear verbal.
47 Central.
47, go ahead.
Yes, the juvenile has a phone.
7, I asked the call taker to ask if the juvenile has a phone. Break. Central 268. I am Mrs. Fire Call.
Yes.
In the area of Dean Plant Road and Newton Lane. Caller raised back of truck is on fire. Pulled over on the side of the road. Caller's no longer answering call taker's questions. Central 247 180 412. Juvenile left his son at the house. The mother is driving around looking for him in the Victoria Place subdivision, and she is driving a baby blue Infiniti.
47 to 12. Get there and see what's going on. Do our own searches of residence. We'll go from there.
184. Your OCA will be 02197. 02197. And the call is 634. Good.
When you get a chance, can you call all of the local hospitals just to make sure he's on one of those?
And 5.
68 Central on Payne.
5 on 45. 12.
Good, cool.
I said there's no medical center ER, center station ER, Summer Regional ER, and Skyline, all clear of the juvenile. Also, I do have a 911 hangout is pending at 132 Hollywood Boulevard, Zone 1. There is no call history, and I've attempted a which line with no connection. Do you want me to clear it?
Number Central, you clear. 68 Central, K9's on the ground.
Copy, K9 on the ground.
Hey, Jenkins, he's on for 63 Central.
837.
I'll be 10-6 at Cairo. Well, we're going north on Stafford.
47. Code Red has been launched. That is the Code Red has been launched. That is the
One open animal farm near Happy Hollow, Center Point area. Go ahead. Next big track back up, going into the construction site over here, back towards the beach. Boy, I'm behind you. It's awful muddy. Do you see any footprints, anything? You shouldn't have any shoes on. Hey, this is all dry, hard packed. Alex Stafford. LT, we're now headed back south towards the cemetery on the far end of the construction site. Good boy, I can see you. I do have some footprints over here. Right there where you're standing? Yeah, leading right over here to the retaining pond. No shoes, just footprints? The shoes that Max went straight into the pond. He literally dove into it. 12 DMA1, you direct. Hey, repeat that, Rice. Let me make sure he... Max led me straight to the retaining pond. Over behind Willow Boulevard, he dove right into the water. Yeah, do you see any prints around it? There's a few footprints in some of the softer dirt. Headed straight this way on the track that he was running. 1247, what kind of shoe does he wear? Size 10. 25 Central. Alright. To Stafford Court. Go ahead. Do we have a picture yet? That's simple. Can you send it to me, please? 22 Central, yeah. Stafford Court call. Where the riprap is, where the trees are, 25 feet maybe out in toward the middle. 2D1. 2D1. Hey guys, the construction zone, there's another pond. There's somebody standing in the woods. It looks like a person. It is a person, we know, but there's another pond. He's standing back there by himself. Past the construction zone, in the same area back there. Is that to the north of us? Yeah, the north end of it, yeah. Where they're working on the machinery at, goes straight back. There's another pond back there, but there's a person in the woods by that pond. Past the house on the other side of the tree line. Going back toward the beach, or going on the back side? Yeah, on the back side, and he's not moving. He's just standing there by himself in the woods.
It's Hendersonville 517. I'm on the northeast corner in the cemetery across the tree line. Am I close?
No, the back side. Nikki, if you can, do you have anybody there with you that can drop a what 3 words location? Stand by. Let me see if I can find it on my map. I got my drone grounded for the moment, and I'll see if I can do it. Target's over. 1 of the 2. I'm in my truck going up the corner. Can you see us? Lance, hold up. I'm going to jump in with you. 2, there's 4 of us on foot coming across the yard, start directions. 19's on the side. Everybody's on the ATV right there in that field, driving straight to the woods. Straight in, straight in. Keep going like you're going. Keep going. Go left, go left. Just come back, you passed it. Look at this 4 of us on foot on the other side. Pick us up and tell us which way to go. Yeah, we only have one drone. We don't want to get off the target, and we have somebody close to it. All right, somebody's walking straight to it right there. So walk. Two people right there. Walk like you're going. Walk like you're going straight into the woods. You should be about 15 foot from it.
What's the child's first name?
She'll be all over it, whatever it is right there. The two people walking the woods. It's a mannequin. Sorry, guys. Look just like a person from the air. Henderson 66. What's the name of the child that we're looking for?
First name is Sebastian.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
First name is Sebastian.
We have a last known physical description, i.e. clothing.
Last clothing description was black sweatpants with a white stripe, black long sleeve t-shirt with a print.
Central back to service. Nikki, how many drones do y'all have up? One at the moment. I've got mine grounded so I can get Sergeant Topo up. I'll be back in the area momentarily.
10-4. Central on scene. Put 2 out here with me.
Rice, call me, please. Timbo, who's at the residence? I just got back here. 10-4, has anybody been there since the initial? There's a whole bunch of people here now. My mom has. 12 to 55. 12 to 55.
Yes, sir.
Can you help me listen to the radio on the north end until we wrap this up, please?
Yes, sir.
Brandon, you've got Hendersonville Mountain Patrol coming up there, and Joe's sending some more cars if we can start from the beginning, from the original house, and set up a new plan up there. 10-4, that's what we're doing now, sir. Thank you.
63 Central clear. False call.
All you, so neighbor advised that he's found the child under his son's car, which is across the street, 2 doors up. So be sure and search under cars and under things. Go ahead. Who do you want to go with this other canine search and rescue? Simple. There's Ken. HFG's down here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct him to the pond.
12.
Go ahead.
I just talked to the GC of the construction back here. He's going to start getting the word out to all his crews that are out here working.
Simple, thank you.
He's going to have them check all their current under construction sites that they're working on, and then report back.
Simple. Is associated with 1008 staff report. Supposed to be coming back to a 1008 staff report so we can get a game plan and reconvene. Hey, Target, can you put a drone right over top of this trash can, this dumpster, if there's anything in it? 12. All the buildings up here are clear. Simple. Come back to 1008. We're going to put 2 on groups. Send up. Simple.
16 Central. In service with East West.
12 Central.
In here. On there. Boom, 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 boom. All right. What do you guys think about them apples?
It was interesting.
So that was one where, I mean, okay, so a neighbor had said they found him underneath the car before. Okay. Towards the end there. Okay, so whoever said that before, thanks Kira, by the way, for sending that. So I can't say that to be honest with you, can't say that I actually listened to the whole thing of this one. Or no, I played it, but I can't say I was fully attentive when I was playing it. I just remember seeing it, but I can't remember if I was I can't remember if I was at work and seeing it, didn't watch. I only heard, so I've listened to the part about the feet and the shoe marks or whatever, multiple times, but I just don't recall that ending part there about that he'd been hiding underneath of a car before. So maybe I just memory lapse or whatever, because I have listened to this a few times. I just don't recall that part at the end. So I must not have went all the way through it. And I can't remember, it was because it was a few days after when I heard it. And then it was kind of like, and I remember, Seth saying that he had heard, or that, at first that they're like, everyone's talking about the scent, and then all of a sudden it was dismissed. So that's why it kind of became neither here nor there to me, because when Seth said that, like he thought it was true, but I guess he apparently found out that it wasn't accurate. But then you have Christopher Proudfoot basically, like saying that the dogs were on the porch. They started off on the porch like on the third time, or no, the first time. But there was 5 dogs. He said 2 of them were bloodhounds, whatever the other kind were. And then, he was talking about how they were found, and that's the one in yesterday's Knacker Dive that Christopher Proudfoot was talking to that guy from Knacker Dive or whatever, and the battery recording one. And then he said on day 8, was it 8, when 3 dogs came out, and something like, and 2 of them hit on the same, or did the exact same thing. So I don't know, right? Do you guys believe that the dogs picked up scent to that area? Just put 1 for yes or 2 for no. I'm just curious where you guys are at with this whole pond thing, because it seems like, like they drained the pond, found nothing. And who the fuck puts a mannequin out there? Some freaking creep? Like a mannequin? The fuck? But anyways, I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Well, you know what I think. I just asked the same question.
Shemaine, who has their mic off? Thanks, Jamal.
Turning my mic off because I'm typing.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
Jamal, thanks, Jamal. And Jamal, we don't get mad at opinions. We only get upset if people are ignorant and rude to other people because they don't like their opinions. So, in a sense, so like everyone can have an opinion here. We don't all have to agree. Right, Carl? Carl, if you made a new account, don't forget you were being a big ass jerk. And he was saying things that were quite ignorant how he was saying them.
Jamal waking up super chat, $4.99. Thank you. Thank you for not getting mad at my opinion, cause I don't want to upset anyone. Words can come across wrong and seem ill-intended on some channel.
Hear that, Aspen? For me?
I did.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks, Jamal. But yeah, no. Anyone that comes into this chat, absolutely, you can have a difference of opinion. It's just a matter of sometimes people get their ass bent out of shape, and stuff like that because they don't like somebody else's opinion, and then they start getting very ignorant about it. Right, Carl? Right, Carl. Like Carl's his presence the other day was just like a big ball of negativity. If you said the sky was blue, he'd say it was black. If somebody said this, he'd say that. And he would and everything reminded me of my twin sister. Just everything had a freaking ass negative tone to it. Nothing was positive. And it was always, but it wasn't even like it was said nice, right? It was said with that, punch in his tone in his comments all the time. And then when he came and talked to me like that, I was like, oh, now you just crossed the line, dude. I was watching your chat the whole night, seeing what he was saying, and I was just holding back from blocking his ass, to be honest with you, because it was just like I said, but have your opinion, because everyone has a right to it. We don't have to agree. So anyway,
I personally think Jamal's been pretty polite and funny in here.
Absolutely, actually. Yeah.
I enjoy reading his comments.
Yeah, absolutely. Same with everybody else. Like I said, everyone has there's lots of thoughts going on here with this case. There's some people that firmly believe that Christopher and Katie had everything to do with Sebastian's disappearance. I'd still like to hear that piece from Pascal about the clothing behind this Texas Roadhouse type of thing. Like, I mean, you think everyone would be all over that like flies to shit.
That's my whole issue, because the way social media is, Twitter, YouTube, all of this stuff would be everywhere if there was any truth to it.
Yeah, like where are the SUVs at the Proudfoot home?
And I'm still waiting, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, but weren't we supposed to get a picture? Did you check your email?
Yeah. I got the Kira had sent me that, but that's it. That's all I got in my emails, was just that. So, like I said, it's like put up or shut up type of thing. You know, if you have something factual, then send it to the email. But I'm not into a bunch of rumors and like there's things that make sense, and then there's just stupid shit, you know. So now if Grave did say that, Pascal did say that in his show. I'm not sure which one it was, but I'll go watch the video that Steffa sent to me and see where the Pascal part is there. And but the thing is that people say the most damnedest shit, right? And I'm just not into sitting here like playing those type of games. It's give credible give credible more like credible facts, or at least credible things that's coming out of the mouths of the people that are involved, or like involved in the case in a sense, but not all these different things like no offense to this comment that I seen not too long ago, but what the chance, who here thinks that Sebastian is up in Alaska in a freaking autism place?
So when we see things, and this is like every single case, and it's what I'm always saying, and even when I see things, and I sometimes, especially lately, I miss updates and stuff. But if I'm not sure, I'll pose it as a question. Like, I've seen this. I don't know if I should bring it up, but have you heard that? And I'm not trying to bring it out as something I've seen as fact, right? So there's a way to present or ask these questions to see, but saying that we have pictures proving this, and then you're not going to send the pictures. Well, why'd you even say that then? You know?
Right. Well, exactly. So, but it's really bugging me that, you know, some credible people are talking about these SUVs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So from last night to today, why haven't we seen anything? Like,
And
you're
about the
talking,
Alaska thing, let's think about it logically. That if it was a possibility, I think it would be out there more. But it doesn't make sense. Why are we staging something like that to be a missing child, instead of either doing it in the open legitimately properly,
anything
or
isn't.
if it wasn't going through, give him to Seth. This is what Seth wanted. So that whole thing doesn't make sense to me.
Well, first of all, I don't believe anything is possible. Not in this case. Anything isn't possible. So a UFO ship came down, picked up Sebastian, and took him off. Is that anything is possible? No. Right? Common sense
Most likely
around
not.
common sense around anything is possible. If I say that you can do anything you want, you can be everything that you can be in the Army, Navy, whatever, Air Force, Marines out there in the USA. Okay, that's possible. Okay, perhaps for most people, you can, anything's possible like that. But in this particular case, anything isn't possible. There's stretching of the imagination. There's taking it way too far to a whole different outer space, freaking planet. And then they're staying grounded, looking at the facts and looking at things that make sense, right? Just looking at things that make sense. I cannot go off on these little freaking fairy stories that, that sometimes people want to go on. Keep it to the planet is all I can say. And think about common sense, right? It's not like some freaking green aliens. Well, maybe because Sebastian does
Right.
like green. Maybe he's
Speaking
I
of
don't
common
have the
sense,
attention.
Charmaine, can you read Anne's comment for me?
I've been reading these comments, and I just got to say, you know what? I didn't have the attention span to keep up with Vinny anymore. And plus, he was really behind. He wasn't a good source.
Oh, you're talking about Vinny?
My life has been an absolute tornado the last month, so I apologize. I can't even get through an entire Delphi document at this point.
Yeah.
So I apologize. That's why all of my comments are actually questions for Aspen, since he knows everything.
Right. Aspen knows everything. And absolutely, Jamal. Not possible.
I know
He's not in
nothing.
any place that has human stuff with any ethics. Absolutely. It doesn't make, anyways. Hi, Travis. I wasn't, I thought Travis made a comment before, and I thought that he was the one that said that Sebastian was up in Alaska because of
No,
the.
that wasn't Travis.
No, I know now, but it's only because when you read the comment or something, and I was going, wait, that's not Travis, because the T caught me, and instantly I was like, Travis, what the frick are you talking about? Went to Alaska in an autism place. I literally had to go back, and then you said the name, and I'm like, oh shit, I thought that was Travis, and I was thinking that Travis was out to lunch there, or like playing, like or I don't want to say making it funny, but I thought he actually, like, there was this comment that was actually meant.
Hi, Mr. E and Shibby. That's not true. I left Vinny. Thank you.
You left Vinny, yeah.
I
Okay.
don't get left. People don't
Yeah.
leave, Charmaine.
Yeah, Canadians, we don't. Yeah, no. Okay, I got a little email to look at. Just one sec, guys.
Terrible.
Tackle some of those questions. Oh, Anne, by the way, hold on. Let's go back to Anne. Anne made a comment up above, and she said that, okay, so where did you hear that Katie Proudfoot was gone for hours? Because it was pretty much within the vicinity of what seemed to be 20 to 30 minutes at best. So where did you hear hours from? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Right? Because I mean, it's one thing for, like, okay, does it make sense about hours? Absolutely not. The reason why that wouldn't make sense is because the LE said that the phone call came in at 7:33, and Chris told Katie to get back home, right? Because the cops were on their way. So there's no way that it was hours. Consider, like it's not hours. So she said, hold on. So what time did the call come in? Was it 6:33? Am I forgetting my times here?
No, I can't remember.
Was it 6:33, guys?
Yeah, 6:33.
Okay, 6:33. Right? She goes to wake up her son at 6 o'clock. Okay, it takes her a minute to sit there and search around the place. Then she's calling Chris. Then she's getting into her vehicle, talking to Chris, whatever she wants to say, hyperventilating and stuff like that. Chris is the one that makes the phone call, the three-way. She's basically on mute because she's hysterical about Sebastian. So he actually makes a phone call. Then Chris says he tells Katie to get back home because they're going to be there in 10 minutes. And so there's no hours here. Being out of the car for hours. Oh, on some video.
Well, that we know of. That we know of. Okay.
What?
That we know of.
That what? No. Thing is that
She
that's where
could have went out at 3:00 in the morning, for all we know.
For all we know, she could have. But then they would have seen her on the cams. They would have seen the lights of the vehicle, or at least on the doorbell cams that are across the street. That's why it doesn't make sense, all this stuff.
Or the garbage truck that was traveling house by house through the neighborhood would have noticed some unusual behavior. None of the trash men have ever mentioned any unusual behavior that they saw in the neighborhood that early morning.
Go check an email for a sec. 1 sec.
Don't say anything too fast, Charmaine.
Let's go over and see this, because I haven't actually looked at Nick Perez in a while. Thank you to the person that sent that to me in my email. But let's go over to that for a minute.
Oh, where'd Charmaine go?
Where'd you pop? Charmaine. Oh, she was out of here like a bat out of hell.
You must have offended her.
Absolutely. I yearn for that every day. I got like 50 tabs open, I swear to God, up here. 1 second. So he's playing with pooches. Where's dinner? Hey, Steffa. What did darn shame. Well, looks like some crops got pooched. Late 10 hours ago. What do we got here? Okay. Aspen, can you read that or no? Probably not.
No, I can't read it.
Come on now, try. Okay, let's see. Can you read it? No?
No, I can't.
No.
No, I can't read it.
Well, that's the biggest it's going to get. Okay. Okay, so it says the latest update on Sebastian Rogers, a 15-year-old autistic teen, has been missing since February 26th. That's 45 days from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And there are no new developments. Oh, great. I don't got to read the rest of them. Okay, so what's happening? Okay, well, let's just do this for people. And there are no new developments. To be clear, this remains a two-pronged effort. First, that there is a search. We know authorities and volunteers have done a very thorough, organized search in the teen's neighborhood. They have done this more than once, most recently last week, retracing steps to see if they missed anything. They've also searched a landfill in Kentucky. Dogs, drones, and officers on foot have all been utilized and nothing. Second, there is an investigation. There is the investigation. This is where the authorities are looking to the possibility of foul play. Sources tell me Sebastian simply could not have vanished without a trace by himself, and that someone else very likely could have been involved. Is there criminal investigation? Not quite. Why? Because at this point, there's no evidence of foul play. Exactly. No physical evidence, no security videos, no eyewitnesses. Do authorities have potential suspects in mind? I'm told yes, and that nobody has been cleared. But that simple fact is that there's nothing to link anyone to Sebastian's disappearance. His stepfather, father, and mother all continue to cooperate, well, not with each other. Contrary to some of the wild rumors circulating on social media, no arrests are imminent. So what is happening? Sheriff detectives and TBI special agents continue to vet tips that come through the 1-800-TBI find. Sumner County EMA Director Ken Wiedner tells me his crews go where investigators tell them to search. Sadly, no confirmed sightings, no indication whatsoever of what Sebastian to Sebastian. I promise to stay on the story. To date, what happened to this teen remains a confounding, yeah, absolutely confounding mystery. Okay, there's our little boy. There's our boy here. Okay, kind of like Abby and Libby. That's our boy as well here for Seth Rogers and stuff like that. Right? It's our mission.
Days.
Yep. I mean, this channel's mission, just like the Abby and Libby case, this channel's mission is to keep on Sebastian's case. There's going to be YouTube channels that are going to drop off along the way and stuff like that. But this one is a big ass mindfuck. And I truly hope that out of all cases that we've come across so far where we keep having these sad endings or these endings we know are going to be sad endings like Elijah Vu,
Or Nicola Bully.
Nicola Bully, you know, that
the
like
thing
I
is
would
that
go ahead.
I'm sorry. The thing, like you said though, Sonny.
Yeah.
Sebastian is somewhere.
He is. He's somewhere, regardless.
He's somewhere, and presumably he's somewhere within reason, within a reasonable distance.
Yeah.
So he's absolutely findable. It's just a matter of what does law enforcement know, and are they on the right path?
Yeah. I don't know.
I would love to think that Sebastian got pissed off at his surroundings, and and he found a way to just escape that environment, and that he'll be found safe and living it up somewhere. But I don't know. Like I said, I would love that. I just don't. I'm just not sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Where did Charmaine go? You know why?
Her computer restarted. She'll be right back.
Yeah.
And I actually need to go in a little bit.
I know you always say that now.
No, I don't either. It's been 2 hours, Sonny. But
so, Cooper, I'm not talking to you right now. Until Charmaine gets back.
Well, I won't leave until Charmaine gets back.
I think aliens is more likely than that, Aspen, unfortunately. Okay, well, this chick needs to go use the washroom. So you hold the fort down. You look at questions. Look at hold on. We'll look at Jamel's question there because
I got it.
Okay. Yeah.
Miranda says, I feel like there would have been evidence if he left the house on foot. And Miranda, I agree. I've said that since the beginning, is that and I asked Seth that about, it being so dark, would he have been seen on camera or not? And I think that was when he got cut off one of the times, but I would like to know that as well. Travis says, I think aliens is more likely. Oh, Travis sounds like he's writing an Adelphi motion. I think aliens are more likely than that, Aspen, unfortunately. And I agree, Travis. I agree with you. I just ultimately hope that he's out there. Okay. Hey, Charmaine.
Yes. Hi. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. Michelle O says, if he is out there, he is so vulnerable. Please, everyone, keep looking for Sebastian. Exactly. Sweet Dude Chippy says, Charmaine is putting Vinny's cuffs back on. One moment.
Yeah, he seems to think I have Vinny chained up in my basement somewhere. He can't wrap around his head that I left Vinny. This is not a stalker thing.
Why does everyone think that everyone that joins Sunny and I have these dungeon basements? Deb is always accused of the same thing.
I know, it's weird. Like, you can clearly see.
Or wait,
basement is
Sunny
an
and
actual paradise.
Or do Sunny and I have a type?
I think that speaks more to it. Criminology / victimology. We don't hear all about the kids missing, Jamal. Children of color are way underrepresented, low-income communities. Absolutely, even in Canada.
They are. Yeah. Well, in Canada, you also get a lot of the Indigenous people that go missing that don't get representation.
Yes, it's a sad struggle. And after I started the podcast and started following all these different groups and pages and stuff, you realize how big the problem actually is.
Yeah. I have followed several. Most of the Canadian cases I've actually followed have actually been Indigenous females.
Mm-hmm. And recently, more recent history, I guess, about the residential schools and mass graves and stuff that are coming out. It's mind-boggling to think that such a loving, friendly country could be.
You mix that with the adoptions that they would funnel back into the United States, and it's wild.
Yes.
Or that they would funnel into the United States for wealthy families. It's wild.
It's actually not a bad idea to do a Canadian true crime sometime in the future about those residential schools, because it is a crime. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know anything about it. You and Sonny should do that.
What?
No, I had to build a training program for a number of different companies about it. So I do have the details to be able to do a presentation.
It's heartbreaking.
It is, absolutely.
I mean, even when you look at, siblings were ripped apart. I mean, there's so many aspects of it that were heartbreaking.
It is an unbelievable.
Just quickly, I just wanted to mention that Sebastians.
We're in the middle of something, Sonny. If you could come back later.
Yeah, I'm just going to interrupt actually because I forgot. But Seth's Cash App is in the pinned comment there. The GoFundMe, just so you know. Hey, if you guys can try to help them get to 25K, they're getting there. Anyways, if anyone has any extra bucks, the Cash App is there, and also the in the description of the video is both the Cash App link or Cash App thing that you guys. We don't have one in Canada, okay? I want Venmo and I want Cash App, but anyways. The GoFundMe is in the link of the description of this video. Wow. So if you guys have a few extra bucks and stuff like that, please put it to Seth Rogers and help in the search for Sebastian and his son. Anyone that wants to, don't have to, but obviously if you can't afford it, want to, then I would appreciate it to go there. Why would a kid leave the house? Okay. Travis. Put your drink down and listen to me. Travis, what is your best thought of what happened to Sebastian on this case? What is everyone's best thought? Okay.
Right. Bridget, especially a kid that didn't like dirt or the dark.
Does Travis? Yes, Travis has a slight crush on Charmaine. Just don't tell us why.
I'm down. Is Travis married?
Yeah, he's married. When did that stop him before? Yeah.
Travis is my mentor, my YouTube mentor.
Travis is from our
Good luck.
hold on. Travis is from our Elder Salute group.
Shut up, Aspen. Don't be jealous.
Okay, half pint. You have a great night. Only get half a sleep though, okay? Not a full sleep, just a half a sleep for you tonight. Anyways,
Hey, half pint. Hopefully, I'll be going to Dreamland about the same time you do.
Charmaine, what time are you leaving tomorrow? By the way, to go to your daughter's.
Whenever I wake up, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So like 11:30 or 12.
No, actually, I'm not physically capable of sleeping past 8, and it ticks me off. Like this morning, I was like,
you was what?
Wanted to sleep 8 hours, and I got 6 in. Wasn't good.
I'm really getting tired of that freaking blonde person that's freaking co-host of the channel hiding behind that freaking avatar of his. Show your face, young man. You see that? You're doing this even.
A little itch.
Okay, you said you need to get going.
I do actually need to go. I'm sorry. I have to get up at 6 tomorrow morning, so it's like 5 hours and 45 minutes from now.
Tomorrow's Thursday, right? Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you need to get going, get going. Charmaine, do you need to get going?
Not yet.
Okay. Bye.
Well, hey, I will see everyone tomorrow. Have a good night, and thank you for not making us talk about Delphi tonight.
He'll see everybody tomorrow. Well, I want to see
I just keep trying to avoid Delphi every day.
I'm happy that I'm not doing Delphi right now, to be honest. Delphi will have its moment again, but right now I'm focused on Sebastian, and I was looking at the 2 moms that are disappeared. Looking at Caleb. There's.
Do you know what I'm gonna do when I go to bed?
No, tell me. Oh, actually, don't tell us. Don't tell us what you're gonna do.
I'm gonna turn the Koberger hearing on because I haven't watched it yet.
I'm telling you right now.
Don't.
So dry.
So dry. Don't watch it. Don't waste your time. Go watch something about Sebastian and let me know.
Okay.
Good
night, everyone.
Good night.
Go watch Caleb Harris.
All right. I will see you guys tomorrow or the next day.
Okay. Bye, buddy.
Bye.
Oh.
If we're talking about Delphi and we're talking about I don't know, what was the other one that we just talked about? But the problem is that they're reaching back and just regurgitating the same shit and causing more rumors and unnecessary crap, whereas they could be doing useful things with their time, like spreading awareness or trying to figure out where this little boy is, or Elijah's case, or you know what I mean. There's stuff that needs some exposure and not just rehashing the stuff that we've been talking about for so long.
I know. Gets old. It does get old. Not into that. I'll say this again, and I know that Aspen's the same. I know that you're the same, though. Honestly, like, I have to always be guided by my gut. I cannot fake doing a live if I don't give 2 shits about doing it. Like, do you know what I mean? I couldn't sell my soul to the devil if I tried. Some days I want to, but do you know what I mean? I couldn't. You know, some people, like, and I don't want to take offense, but some people live and breathe their lives on doing lives every minute, every couple hours. Oh, wait. No, JLR, I'm not talking about you, buddy. But anyways, but you know what I mean? And that's their thing. Hey, all the power to you. You know, I'm, you know, the way I think about it is for some of the big channels, the more money you make, the more you want. So if you take a day off or a couple of days off, oh my God, I've just missed $500 and, you know, whatever. When people say that people on YouTube don't make money, that's not true. The little pauper channels don't make money. The big
Yeah.
channels make a lot of money, a lot. And then on top of that, really from the donations that, like when you go to some chats and it's like $50, 50 gift memberships, this and that. So don't be fooled by that because they make a shit ton, those bigger channels. But again, I just could never be not genuine to what I do.
Mhm.
Subscribers come, subscribers go. Do you know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and beg people to subscribe. Would I like them to? Sure. But the whole purpose why I personally am doing this is because it just brings more awareness. Like honestly, it's not like I'm in it for the big bucks. That's why I got a job again. Really. Well, actually, I was enjoying staying home making videos and stuff like that. But honestly, no, I was missing my pocketbook. I was missing my spending money. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
but the point is that, well, first of all, I'll never put money over people ever. But it's one of those things that, like I said, you just, for me, it's about the awareness. It's what people can do. And I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about all you other people out there. It's what you can do to help out other people, So people that come home from work, they watch true crime, they maybe shared it to their Facebook or shared it something, that all helps these people that about someone that's been murdered or missing and stuff like that, right? So for me, the more that true crime grows, the better. Why? Because it's always amazing to me all the time when I think about it, how fast the internet and people can work so fast at putting out information. Now, then you have the ones that you know what I mean. They're just living off of freaking like clicks and views and stuff like that. Those people are going to always happen. Okay, there's not taking away from that. Those are going to happen. But for the people that are truly wanting to help out and bring awareness, and it's kind of like when you earn money because you love doing something, in a sense, whether it's real life or on YouTube, you know, if the passion's truly there, then you really enjoy it and stuff like that. So I've always really enjoyed helping people. So this just fits in a sense, not the sad part of this, that does not fit in anywhere, but it's just the fact of what we can do as a unit. Um, Massively, you know. And then someone like Carly Russell, that
Mhm.
fake ass black chick that freaking faked her own disappearance, right?
Mhm.
Right. So, like I said, we talk about minorities not getting as much attention, and then she, like I said, pulls that shit. But look how fast, in a sense, like her whole story spread, like talking about, and then let me put it this way: she didn't get any jail time. She caused hundreds of thousands of dollars to be used as resources, all for her fake disappearance, you know. But it's one of those things. Like in a second, the world can shame you, that fast. But in a second, the world can help you find a child or a kid.
Mhm.
That's the part that I appreciate.
Mhm.
Hmm. Hmm. So whatever. I mean, you take the good with the bad, right? It goes all
Absolutely.
around. But as long as just we control what we do, that's it.
That's right.
So, anyways, back to Sebastian's case. Um, Actually, hold on. Those two moms case, that one's sad. That's going to be that's going to have something absolutely to do with that ex-husband or ex whatever guy that got out of
Did they
jail.
find Did they find them? No.
No, not yet. No, no,
No
no,
new
no,
information about.
mm-mm, no. Caleb Harris's case too. That's like in a sense it's like a Sebastian one to me, just in
Yeah.
the sense of poof, like Houdini vanishes.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy.
Sebastian, you know, with Sebastian's case, it's hard for people not to want to blame the Proudfoots because that's where the trail ends. Like that's where it truly ends. And yet we have no clue where Sebastian is. But because there's nowhere to go, there's like I feel bad for Seth because any of you guys following this case, all we keep doing is talking in circles because there's nothing else that we got to go on. So we keep trying to make sense of the whole timeline. We keep trying to make sense of, was Sebastian seen taking out the garbage or wasn't he? Did Katie Proudfoot, disperse of her child type of thing while she had that 15, 20 minutes out in her vehicle. Like people are just trying to make sense of it. And the thing is that it keeps going right back to the house because there's nothing that we know about that is showing a video of Sebastian, that there's nothing by TBI that's deemed as evidentiary value. So there's no way to me this kid managed to elude every freaking Ring doorbell camera and everything. I'm sorry, Travis, but I don't think that he managed to avoid everything and end up dead in the woods by a bear.
And like it seems really maybe conspiratorial, but
It's not
the
right.
more I think about it, how does anybody know for sure that something didn't happen a lot earlier and somehow he was moved out of the house before 911 or before Chris was even called? I mean, it's crazy to think, but it's not impossible.
Yeah. Well, exactly, Charmaine.
I mean, unless there's other information, like was her car seen leaving the driveway at 6:33 or whatever it was?
Well, according to the neighbor, that's only everything I'm getting is according to Sweetie Pie Low and some other channels that have talked to some neighbors. According to their camera footage, yes, that according to the one neighbor, according to Sweetie Pie Low, that Sebastian's house light turned off at 9:08. That the living room light, I think, turned off at like 11:45. And her bed, I think it was that, and then her bedroom light or something. I'd have to go back and look at Sweetie Pie Low's comments, and that everything that Kitty Proudfoot had said was true. That her car was gone for about 15 minutes or so, because obviously. So, but I then so I so Sweetie Pie Low, like I said, I really like Sweetie Pie Low. So she talked to the lady. So it's kind of like information handed to information handed to information. But like, I mean, I would love to sit there and say, yes, that's concrete, but I can't because obviously I didn't talk to the lady. Like if I would have talked to the lady myself, perhaps, then I would be like, okay, like, like that seems reasonable. That seems reasonable to put out because you're a neighbor that lives across and has a camera. So I would think that you wouldn't get on a freaking, someone's talking to them and lie to them. Why, type of thing. But who knows? Like I said, but I would never sit there and confirm that. It's just but at least that's information that could apply properly into the whole timeline. You know what I mean? It's not like out of the realm. And Lanny, just to answer your question, absolutely. I don't know if it was Sweetie, the child, story book. What's it? Sorry, what is it called again? Smiley's Story World.
Yeah.
I believe I can't remember which interview it was. I can't remember if it was that one. I feel like it was, but anyways, I personally heard it. When Christopher Proudfoot said that, so that's why I know that that's factual in the sense that Christopher Proudfoot did say that. It's not a rumor. Christopher Proudfoot, that came right out of his mouth about that. And I want to say maybe it wasn't. No, it had to be on Smiley's because it was about a week after is what he had said. Because he goes, a week after we found this ATM that Sebastian had made in his closet and no money was missing for it. Well, how would he know that no money was missing from it, first of all? Like, did he know that he had a set amount? I could see his mom knowing that, but so unless Katie said something like that Sebastian had $200 or something, who knows? But this kid took nothing. Okay, this kid took nothing. It doesn't make sense. No kid just leaves a house without anything and then goes, you know what? I'm just gonna sit there and go out in my socks, perhaps a barefoot as well.
And didn't Seth say he had no concept of money? So, Seth at one point said that the kid had no concept of money. Like he didn't know the difference between $1 and $10.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that to me is kind of irrelevant. If his money wasn't taken, he probably, if he did run away, probably didn't think he was going to need whatever money he had in his piggy bank or whatever. But I mean, I know it was Seth that said it about his concept of money.
Right. Yeah. He's the one that said that, didn't he?
And so,
I'm not sure what you mean, Barb hair, by the way. Go ahead.
just wrapping my head around it. So, are you saying that neighbors' cameras picked her car up leaving at that time and confirmed that? Or is
Well,
that
I'm not
just
going to use the word confirm, but yes.
eyewitnesses?
No, that on camera, okay. So if anyone wants to go back and listen to Sweetie Pie Low, I can't remember which one it was, but it was it started with a W. I just remember that, like where or when or something like that. But anyways, so she was talking. She told me, here, let me just go back to my Twitter for a second. Messages. Okay. Sweetie Pie, where's she? Okay. So I had asked her, okay. So she said, okay, interesting. So you probably talked to the other neighbor that the person I talked to told me about. The people I talked to were very nice. I wish I would have probed more about the door. So, I keep forgetting about that. I wish I would have probed more about the door the wife told me about. For some stupid reason, I just let them keep talking and didn't ask more for it. So basically, there was supposedly a door that was open, and she forgot to ask her about it. Uh, she said 3-ish Friday, he is seen getting home from school and grabs the mail. That's on the Friday, obviously. Saturday, he gets the mail sometime in the evening and is seen. Why would he get mail on the Saturday if he got it at 3-ish on Friday? The mailman's already been around by that point. Saturday, he gets mail sometime in the evening and he is seen hopping and skipping along and heads home in via the garage. Sunday, he goes out to take the trash to the edge of the street. The lady I spoke with specifically said she didn't see him with her own eyes, but her husband handed the surveillance. So I can't even talk anymore. Handed her the surveillance to Ellie, and then she asked the officer, "Did you actually see him take the trash out?" And Ellie says yes. He was identified on there taking trash. I hope this can help. I know it isn't much, but it's better than nothing. Let me know what else you need. Thank you very much. So that's what she was saying. Let's see here. And then hi, Sunny. I need to update the timeline for you. I learned since you and I last messaged more of a tightened timeline as far as when he's last seen. Sunday, February 25th, he's last seen leaving the restaurant at 6:30 in the parking lot, which I already knew because the lady from the Texas place had already put a post out about it. Then the 9-minute drive home. Well, actually, when I put it into Google, it was actually about 12 to 15 minutes. Okay, so it's around that time that he's seen. Only Ali has physically seen that part, taking the trash to the driveway. He is last heard from in the car ride from Katie's dash cam. Next morning, trash picks up in front of the Proudfoot home at 5:12. I hope this can help. JLR keeps saying he's never seen after the restaurant, but he totally is. And so far, these two different people I've spoken to have have told me everything legit before it came out on Nancy Grace episode. So I really trust them. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. Okay, so you can take from that what you will. Sorry, I'm probably way behind on comments, but sorry guys, I gotta scroll down because I'm way behind. We get mail every day, even some Sundays in Lexington, Tennessee. Really?
Yeah, we get mail up to Saturday at noon here.
Do you really?
Yeah, we do.
No, we don't get no mail down here in this part of Canada. Like we don't get
We
no
have
mail.
post office box, like at the post office,
That's
we have to go
different.
down there.
Yeah, I think that's different a little
We
bit.
don't have residential mailboxes here.
Yeah, that's true. She lives in Hickville over there.
I sure do.
She sure does. Only certain stuff on Sunday, but Saturday. Okay. So anyway, so like I said, that was from Sweetie Pie Low. So if you guys want to go check out any of her videos to listen, because I haven't actually listened to Sweetie Pie Low in probably a week and a half. But sometimes you get a little bit of tidbits of information. And my point is this: keep it within this realm of Earth, right? Like Sebastian is not up in freaking Alaska. He's not. If you want to think he is, okay, go ahead. I wouldn't even waste an effort thinking he was up there. I like for anyone, for me personally, this is my personal opinion. So listen, for me personally, for anyone to think that Chris Proudfoot had so much invested in hiding of Sebastian's body or persons that they went through Canada flying and whatever with some corpse and whatever and stuff like that, or a kid along the way, and that nobody's seen him, that they managed to get on a plane or drive through Canada, and then end up in Alaska with Sebastian and hide him out there. That's just ludicrous to me. Like that's just like taking something and just trying to put a really warped narrative out there. Like that, does that even sound like that would be plausible that everyone is in conspiracy with hiding Sebastian from Tennessee all the way up to Canada to Alaska or on plane rides? Okay, it just is ridiculous. Do you think so, Charmaine?
I absolutely do. It is. I
Yeah.
mean, we need to stay away from the nonsensical stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if you want to think that, go ahead. It's
There are so
definitely
many things that could have happened that could make sense logically speaking. So
So
let's just stick to
right.
that.
So
And I know
logically,
our logic is sometimes all over the map, but we don't have to talk about things that are just not.
well, some people entertain themselves off of writing, like, yeah, that could be. Oh, yeah, hit that thumbs up. Yeah, definitely could be. Well, don't forget to hit that donate button. Yeah, could be. Absolutely. No, 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 no. Okay. This is one of those things that there's only so many things that could have happened to Sebastian. I mean, really. Either he wandered off himself, he got hurt, and they haven't found him yet. That's one logical one, but at least that's close to like a normal scenario. Then, somebody he could have met up with somebody, he could have, somehow maybe they're missing something. Maybe he could have met up with somebody because he wanted to get out of that home, could have. Okay. But everything has to do basically with something either happened in that home or that somebody helped and invaded him or he just simply left. That's kind of the realm of what you're looking at. I'm pretty sure no pedo came rapping on his window and said, you know what, come out the front door. You know what, don't forget to lock it. Make sure you lock that front door. But again, that is Katie's story. That
But
doesn't
that
make it
is,
true.
it's also, from what I understand, a keypad. He could have turned around. I don't know if you know these things, but you can just hit a button and the deadbolt will lock. Number one. And number two, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he did have a teacher or an adult or something that had been grooming him or
Well, that's
built
what I
some kind of a
said.
trusted relationship with that could have went and rapped on his window or something.
Hello, but that's what I had said. I think
Yeah.
like literally about a week ago, I talked about, actually it was longer than that because I never heard it. And I'm thinking, well, like I never personally heard it from anybody, but I was there are teachers that do weird, fucked up shit like that. Like
Absolutely.
that's in the realm of norm still.
Did
Sadly,
anybody do a offender? What is it? The list? Yeah. The
I've looked at it around there, his
yeah
area.
yeah
Absolutely, I have. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And there's 42 that are like within his realm, and two of them are within a 5 to 10 minute drive, but a 20 and a 35-minute walk. So there are a couple out there,
Wow.
at least according to the data from the Tennessee pedophile, ones where they have to register. Okay, so it's not like I haven't looked at that, but again, then we sit there and we take what those typical scenarios, right? Like, it's not like 5 people came in there and sat there and was like, Sebastian, you're coming with us, like a gang of members, something like that. This is a nice neighborhood. People, like I said, would have seen things on cameras. So you take that, to me, okay, you take those basic scenarios that would typically happen. I'll say typically because, like I said, there's fucked up people in this world. We know that. And for a teacher to groom a child and do whatever, is that in the normal realm nowadays? Yes, absolutely. At least it's still a logical thing, because we know all the time that priests and teachers and that, all these people are doing, crazy shit to kids, and you wouldn't think that they would. But then you have Judge Fouts over there in Indiana, type of thing himself. So you can never sit there and think that a judge or somebody or a teacher is not going to do something, because some of those people have twisted lives themselves.
Yeah,
But anyway, then we take the information that the LE has given us, in a sense, right? Or that Katie Proudfoot has given us. And we take that and we try to ask ourselves, okay, well, there's no video out there from LE. LE has told us that there's no video footage that has Sebastian on it. They're not going to come out there and lie and then turn around and go, ah, ha, ha, got you guys. We do too. They're not going to do that. They literally had, right? You could tell that LE was stumped with this case themselves. Probably still
for
are.
sure. For sure.
And, but yeah, so it's like you take those scenarios, then you try to apply, what we don't have. We don't have video footage of Sebastian. TBI is telling us that there is none of Sebastian. We don't have any sneaky vehicle or sneaky person that we know of, right? Because, like I said, they come out and ask for help when they need our help. And if there's some weird ass vehicle in the area, if they can't tag it themselves and see a license plate,
They're
they're
gonna go
not.
public.
They're going to go public. Absolutely.
But
So
I have to go back to, and I know it probably drives you crazy, but I have to go back to the landfill. Something led them to think that it was possible there was foul play. Even if they weren't saying it, something led them to that landfill. CD even backed me up. Law enforcement doesn't just do that to cover their bases unless they think there's a possibility. And at
yeah,
that point,
I'm still here.
it was early. It was early on. So,
Yeah. And so, well, let me ask you, Charmaine. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to that for a second. I want to go back to the flashlight video for the sake of it.
and that's another thing too about the trash talk. There's so many things that I've heard from different reputable creators and good minds, smart people who are rationally thinking about that trash truck story, and it's just not. It doesn't jive. 3 o'clock in the morning, neighborhoods like that are not going to put up with a trash truck driving around at 3 in the morning collecting trash. Number one, you would see the flashers. I'm pretty sure it's a law. They have to have their flashers on when they're driving from house to house like that. And you just don't see it. It moves differently. I don't buy it.
Well, the thing is that according to Seth, the timing was off. Now, I heard that before Seth had said it, that it was really that Seth said that video was stuck at 3:11. That the whole time you watch that video, it was stuck at 3:11. And he said that it was a couple hours off, and it was really like 5:12 that the trash truck came.
But still, it's 5 in the morning. Like here,
Okay,
the trash truck comes at 8.
well, hey. Well, I was gonna say, I mean, okay, so truthfully, it does come at 5 something in the morning. That is a known fact that in that area the trash comes at, because they obviously have to start somewhere, right? Right. So it depends when they get to your area. So I'm sure Charmaine, well, maybe not where you live, perhaps, but in most places they're going to start somewhere at like whatever 5, 6 in the morning, and then they might get to your area say by 7 or 8. But anyways, so we know that that's when the trash comes. So that's like factual, because that is simply when the trash comes in their neighborhood. Now let's play this, because this is strange. Like, where are the flashers, on this? So I'm just kind of been going by what TBI said. TBI said it has no evidentiary value. Seth said it didn't have it. He said it was. They showed him it. They showed him why it was a trash truck at 5 at that time in the morning. Then they showed him it in the daytime because Proudfoot said it wasn't. So that's what I'm saying, right? But yet, let's just watch it because it is weird. I mean, you know what? Let me put this in a little bit slower mode. Let's go back. Let's just go to 0.5 and see how that is.
Showing signs of activity.
Okay, I'm not gonna listen to his voice in slow mode, that's for sure. He's gonna play it again. Hey, James. This was his favorite topic the other day.
Yeah, I watched a bit of that, but I fell asleep.
I'll tell you something I don't understand in a second. Once we get back to it. No, I'm not playing the audio, Alicia, because I'm playing it on slow mode. So if I play it on slow mode, it's gonna go, and he ran to the...
So you'll have to explain this to me, the logic behind the two lights so far away from each other.
I can understand them being far away, like that one green trash can of this Henderson place is like there's a white flasher on the side of the truck, and I'll call it a white decal that flashes when the light hits it, is what more it looks like, but it could be an actual light on the side of the truck. But there's just weirdness. So okay, so here's my thing with this, okay, and I'll let it play out again. Here's my thing with this, Charmaine. You would have to be the biggest piece of shit in the world to crop this, to make it look sinister, to hand it over to News 5 Nick Perez, type of thing, right? Knowing that this footage came from that neighborhood, you'd have to be the biggest piece of shit if you were trying to play fuck games in people's heads.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I mean, yes, okay, you can get it that people out there on the internet try to be deceitful and deceiving towards shit. You know, Nick Barris is for Channel 5, and he's not out to look to embarrass himself and stuff like that. This is definitely a crop video. What I'm unsure of, though, is if Nick Barris got this video from this said house, let's just say, why would Nick then not go ask the guy for the actual footage?
Maybe he did.
So there's a couple things going on to me with this video. This is so cropped in, which, like Seth says, right? If Seth's seen the video, I'm gonna, pretty much take his word that this was a cropped in video so that this person could show these lights. That's all the person's really trying to do, show the best visual in a sense of these lights, because it probably, like I said, it's catching it. So I understand doing that. But it's not really hard to get the actual video and, put it out there. Now, Nick Perez, even though I told him that, hey, like they already said, it's a freaking garbage can, he's like, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Right? So, 1 second here.
He didn't come out and defend it, but I do remember him asking law enforcement straight up that, okay, so it doesn't have evidentiary value right now, but it could in the future.
Right.
And that was confirmed by them.
Well, anything could, I guess, in the future, right? Like, meaning, yeah. So I got that answer for sure. But so I'm torn on this because
Shibby agrees with me. There'd be lights flashing everywhere on
well,
garbage.
typically when a garbage truck is beeping and shit, it got some of the freaking flashers going with it.
Yeah.
Well, so it depends. Like, meaning typically they'll drive to the next house, but usually once they start, like once they stop, it's like kind of stop. But usually, like, I'm just trying to remember as a kid, the big trucks, because those type of trucks would come as I was a kid, and you think about the always the amount of lights that are kind of running around a garbage truck, because it's, first of all, it's dark out usually in the morning, and they want to be well lit up, right? So that people can see them, type of thing, because it's dark usually when they start with the trucks. So we're not seeing any of that. Whoops. Sorry. We're not seeing any of that. But what I don't understand still is you have LE, you have Seth, you have Christopher Proudfoot all saying, no, we saw the footage, we saw the bigger picture. It is not flashlights. We would love it to be Christopher Proudfoot says type of thing, and or even Seth, but it's not. But then, like I said, by that same token, the person that took this video obviously had the bigger picture. So either he's trying to misrepresent, be deceitful, which I find hard to believe because, I'm sure, because like I said, nice homes, I'm sure these people are, nice people as well that live in the area and just trying to be helpful. But this person or Nick would know. So if it's a bigger picture, like I said, why not just show it then? Like,
it's a very strange,
like for the person that put out this video, like I said, just hand over the fucking actual footage then. Considering it's not flashlights. Well, great. So so this person would know that was watching it, that had this video, what the trueness was behind it. So that's why I'm like, well, because it doesn't look like a freaking garbage truck. Like, just looking at it, I'm just going by what Ali and Seth and Christopher said. But yet it doesn't strike me as a garbage truck. I mean, like, even if you analyzed it enough, it doesn't look like a garbage truck. Because how come you're not seeing orange or red reflectors at all? What we're seeing here is some sort of camera or floodlights to the left is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Because I've stopped it at a point where, like, this roundness, like a camera, but it could have been something else, but it had this roundness. And I'm like, okay, but it's not like something I would go, oh yeah, that's from a garbage truck. And then you see the weirdness of the lights and you're thinking, okay, well, it doesn't make sense because this light's here, then there, then here. But yet a garbage truck, when they're driving, they're just like, So I am confused with it all, but I'm just trying to go with what, if Seth and Chris and whatever say it, why should I even invest more time in it? Because I'm pretty sure that there's going to be accuracy to what they're saying. And I don't think that it's going to turn out to be a flashlight video. So I'm torn on it because it doesn't look like a trash truck either. I can understand maybe if some lights were flickering because somebody had some, lights in their backyard and it was catching during while the leaves are blowing and stuff like that, in out of light type of thing. But so unless the angle he's showing is from that house of 1001, so I'm assuming that is the house, that because he's showing that exact angle from that house, that must be the camera they're referring to. And then Seth made a comment on our live and said, it's not even on the same side of the road as whatever he said. And I wanted to ask him about that when he said that. Like, I wanted to see where that was when he said that. Because I was thinking, well, did he mean it was on Kelly Lynn?
Mm-hmm.
Or was it actually on Stratford? So I'm just assuming because of the angle of this picture, it's coming from that angle, not the same angle because the camera's facing more this way, but still, it's from that angle of that house that has the camera on the corner of the street. Fuck me if I know. I don't know. What are you guys all saying up there? Last things, and then we're going to get going here in 6 minutes. It's been a pleasure, though, you guys. Jamal, minor amber lights, roofs, light bars. Hello. Tow truck flashing. Cops have discussed it through, or is there more than one? I don't take anyone's word, not when kids are missing. No offense to Seth. No, I get it. I get it. Right? It's, well, like I said, so he's supposedly, how come we haven't heard about that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you know why? I bet you any money I know why. Because Nancy Grace's podcast has to come out first. I bet you that's why.
What?
Well, Nancy Grace is the one giving him the test.
I guess.
So
Yeah.
it makes sense that it's not going to come out until, like, that was probably part of the deal.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. That she gets first dibs, of course, because it's the test. She paid for it. Unless that drive-by on grass. Yeah. Anyways, very strange. Look up the video of that spot during the day. Yeah, honestly, I ain't looking up no more videos. Sorry, Robin. I am getting wiped out here. I'm tired. It's been 2 hours and 30. Like, I wasn't even going to do a live today, really, but I kind of wanted to as well. I was hoping for something more about those SUVs, but I'm sorry. You can't. If there was any SUVs at the Proudfoot home, why isn't it splashing all over the internet? Why are we getting a picture of an right? It's just okay. It's just not. There's no way that all the YouTubers out there, that all the neighbors would not have produced all these vehicles. So unless they're all hiding it, right, Charmaine? I mean, come on. We all know we would be seeing that shit in a second.
Yeah.
Seth Rogers, are you in here? Will you please come set it straight again? Yeah, probably not, but maybe he'll watch the live later. Yeah, I think Seth, I don't know, he's chummy with Pascal there and T-Rev and more so, I think. But he was in here last night to say goodbye at the end, you know. He hasn't emailed me though. I'd like him to come up here one more time. Like, just simply because he kept popping out like popcorn. But I still have some more questions that I'd like to set straight. Hi, Sonia. That's my real name, Sonia. Maybe you say Sonia. Mine's with a Y, though. The Proudfoots moved to the back. Did they? Well, are you talking about they moved from that spot as of today, I think, to the back? Because that video is where they've been the whole time, in that one spot. So I'm not sure if that's what you mean by back. Anyone have thoughts whether KP's vehicle likely has GPS? Yeah, it's going to have GPS. Don't you think? He's definitely got a 2000. Oh, didn't that get you? Okay, let me just say this. Charmaine.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say. Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on that?
there's just another, like, why are we worried about giving that information out? Like, we knew that he was about to be asked what year his vehicle was. Why are we stuttering? Why? And what man, especially with a newer vehicle, a truck, okay, trucks from 2021, 2022, 20, you're looking at 50, 60, 70, like in Canada, 80, 90 grand. I'm going to remember what friggin' year it
Right?
is.
We ain't
It
talking
just,
2014, right, Charmaine? We're
and
talking.
what does that have to do with anything? Like, why does that matter? Why are we
I know.
worried
I,
about, it was
I don't know.
just,
But I couldn't believe he's like, well, I don't know. Oh, and still what gets me too is when he's talking about Sebastian slap, he's talking about when he was 15, not 13, not 3 years ago. He was
yeah,
literally talking about 15. But anyways, yeah, when he went to go answer about the truck, dude, it was only 2021 and it took you all that brain power to go, oh yeah, well, I don't know what year. That's when you would expect someone to say like 2012, 13, 14.
yeah.
2021, who the fuck is going to forget that they bought a 2021 truck? I still know that I bought a 2017 Ford Explorer Sport or whatever, Ford Explorer Sport, right?
Right.
Right.
Like, you just, you know.
Yeah, right, Jamel? You just know. Okay, anyone have thoughts about whether KP's vehicle? Oh, we already read that one. Okay, these are the last comments I'm reading here. Oh, my typing again, hopefully. Hold on. Oh, not your fault. My husband's asking to go to bed and it's 10 o'clock now. Oh, my typing again. Hopefully you can catch my drift. I'm too tired to see delete. I get it. I'm too tired to even finish off your sentence, to be honest with you right now. No, absolutely. Thank you for all your guys' comments. Jamal, welcome in here, and anyone else that has subscribed as well. Again, you can have whatever opinion. Like I said, you can think that Sebastian's up in Alaska and stuff like that. We're just going to sit up here and say our opinions. If we disagree with you, that's fine. And just like you could disagree with what we're saying up here, that's perfectly fine as well. Charmaine, I know that we know that we're always right, though. So that's the hard part.
It
It's,
is.
yeah, it is hard. We have to almost go into certain meditation after a live. Yeah. Okay. It seems to Tien. Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, that's my fault. That's Jamel's fault right now. It's all tired stuff. Seems TNL doesn't just relieve stuff. Different, right? Absolutely. And on that one, is it still illegal to release info if law enforcement says you can't? Like, can't they say do that of like a gag order? If so, then they got it. Okay, sure, baby.
Is it still illegal to release info if law enforcement says you can't? Like, why did you move it?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. 'Cause I'm tired.
Says you can't, can't they still do that kind of like a gag order? So I mean, that is possible. Law enforcement can tell the families you cannot say this, or you've already said this, I'm gonna need you to walk it back. That they can do that. It's not illegal. I think it would more be to support the investigation.
Yeah.
And so there's definitely things that law enforcement could be holding back, but we still have to remember that according to what we know right now, law enforcement, they haven't come out and said they believe there's been a crime, like foul play. Like, an investigation doesn't automatically mean they're looking for, anything. I don't want to say anything criminal because obviously they are, but nefarious, an abduction, a murder, something like that. It's publicly, it hasn't gone to that level yet. They haven't come out and said, we think Sebastian's been abducted. All we know is that he walked away, according to everything that we've heard. So I can't see there, a whole lot of restrictions, because the more factual information that comes out, the more the public can help, kind of thing. Unless there's more to it that they're not releasing to us.
Oh, hold on a second. Let's look at Paula's woes here. Ugh, my computer went dead. Had toilet. No, oh, I had to let it charge for a bit. Oh, just time for us to get off. Okay. And anyways, thanks, Jamal, for that comment above. Jamal, I swear to God, he started this whole freaking yawning episode going on here. But anyways, no, again, here we have to be lighthearted as well, but we always take the cases seriously. But we can still, have our fun typically afterwards or during at times. But we know when we're talking about the cases, these cases mean a lot to us. We follow cases that basically attach to our hearts. We don't follow a case, doesn't matter how big it is, if it's not in I don't want to say if it's not interesting to us, but there's
no way you can help.
Yeah, everybody, but meaning there's certain cases that just gravitate to us, and sometimes they're to Aspen first, and then he'll share it with me, and then we'll start covering it. And other times, I come across them. Actually, most of the time, I would say Aspen probably has sent me something, or you have sent me something that I'm just like, oh, let's take a look at this, because so it's just kind of like one of those things that just gravitate. There's a lot of channels out there. A lot of people can cover other channels. We don't ride off just the top channels. We just like to do the ones that gravitate to our heart. So meaning I could sit here and be covering like probably, 4 or 5 or 6 different ones, but there are a few interesting ones going on at the same time sometimes, which equally, like, even though I can't put that much time and effort into Caleb's, I know that there's people out there that have, but I would like to cover it. It's just that, again, I started working, right? So I just don't have that same type of time. And the time that I typically want to give is to Sebastian's case right now. So meaning if I had to pick and choose, no offense to the other cases, but I'm going to pick Sebastian's case because this case, it literally, I go to sleep going, just trying to make sense of it. There is no, there is not making sense of it until something breaks open. There's nothing that's going to make sense of this until another piece of the pie comes to us, and that's going to be either that he's found, either he's found dead, that he's found alive, or that somebody did something foul play to him. But honestly, we're going to keep spinning our heads. I'm not going to be pulling out no freaking fake freaking rumors and shit like that. Other people and other channels can do that. We'll try to stick with what sounds truthful, or at least what's coming from the people involved in the case. We have to stick around that, or the neighbors. I'm not gonna, like, for another YouTuber or a person to say it in chat and then a YouTuber rides off of that, or something like that. That's totally up to them to do that. But I'm not gonna ride off stupid rumors that don't make sense. And for me, I'm sorry, but this whole freaking SUV thing, maybe it will come to fruition that it's true. But for me now, it doesn't make sense until I see it make sense. Because there's no way all these people have not taken a picture and produced it to the internet by now. People would be like flies to shit on that right away. So it doesn't make sense. We're not gluttons, we're not idiots here, right? Mm-hmm. It has to make sense. And seeing 3 times basically we've been told that SUVs have been there. Really? Not one picture have I seen.
That's right.
When one pops up, then I'll say, hey, this is true. Other than that, right now, I'm not buying it. No, I'm not buying it. Yeah. But anyways, I gotta go. Husband needs to go to bed. Charmaine, I love you. Thank you for joining us, of course, and same with Aspen. But you have Charmaine's daughter. Wait, hold on. Is she giving birth tomorrow?
No, it's a 10-hour drive to get down there. So I'm driving down there tomorrow. 7:30 Friday morning, she goes in.
Wait, cesarean or induced?
Induced.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you said, because I was induced too with Matthew. Really? Yeah, but I actually picked the same day that I said from, like, Sears had a promotion on that if you picked the day that the baby was going to be born, right? So mine was supposed to be like December 26th or something like that. Yeah, 10-hour drive. Mine was supposed to be like December 28th or something like that. So I ended up going, January 4th. I could have changed my date up until 3 months prior or something like that, but I stuck with the January 4th. So I got induced but it took a couple days for it to kick in. So I ended up having Matthew on January 4th. So anything that my family or anybody bought from Sears, I got back free. I got all the money back. Yeah. So I got over
So,
$1,000.
and I don't know exactly how the induction actually works because they've been working hard to stop and control her labor. So, you know what I mean? So I don't see it going days. I think it's going to go fairly quickly once it starts.
Probably. Well, mine was about a day and a half, I would say. They induced me in the afternoon. I went the next day, and then I popped my son out at 7:08. At 8:07, and he weighed 8 pounds 7 ounces. So how can you forget that, right?
No kidding.
8:07. How much did he weigh? 8:07. I don't remember anything else. I remember that. Okay, and then
That's a big baby.
yeah. Anyways, need to go. Husband says his ass is hanging out of himself, type of thing, because he's that tired. So, love you, Charmaine. You have a safe trip. I'll message you tomorrow at some point, of course. And you guys, thank you for watching. Please give the video a like and a share. Prayers for Sebastian. Oh, let's just do Sebastian hearts before we go. I won't feel right if I don't do that.
And thank you, everybody. I will make sure to send Sunny a picture, and she can post it or do it on live, whatever. Everybody will get to meet Layla in a couple of days.
Yeah, and thank you, Charmaine, for those 5. Hold on, hold on, Charmaine. Hold on, Charmaine. Right, 5. We had Ella Blue, who became a member. We had Grave. I didn't realize Grave became a new member. I didn't see that actually. No, I didn't. But thankfully it started. Thank you. And then Jamel, that's $4,999,000. Thanks so much, Janelle or Jamel. Thanks for letting me buy my little island there. Anyways, thank you guys so much. You guys have. Oops. Hey, where'd my comments go? Boop, there we go. Okay. Anyways, love you guys. Sweet dreams. Have a good night. And we might see you tomorrow on Thursday. Wait, you're leaving Friday.
No, she's induced Friday. I have to travel tomorrow.
Okay, because that's what I thought. I'm like, wait a second. It's not Friday tomorrow. It's Thursday.
No, 7:30 in the morning is a little bit too early for me to get there Friday. So
yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
Good night.
We're truly leaving this time. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.